What is up, guys? CyberHoudini here, and welcome back to Banishers Ghost of New Eden. This is Don't Nod's new little ghost story, and I'm loving it. Pure action, you know, you might know them from Life is Strange, but little do people remember that they actually made like Vampyr and Remember Me, two great action games that do something different, and Banishers is no different. When we finished off in the last stream, we got to track down this massive beast. It was a really great boss fight, really well done for a first boss fight, so I'm excited to see where they go, you know. So it takes place in 1695, colonial America. Instead of New England, it's New Eden. We're playing as these Banishers, these ghost hunters. Sadly, one of them's passed away. They're kind of lovers, as you can see there. So it kind of comes down to a lot of morality choices. Have we a chance of resurrecting Anthea at the cost of human life? As you can tell, it's a beautiful game as well. It's gorgeous. They've done a wonderful job after Vampyr. Combat wise and gameplay wise, the gameplay loop reminds me so much of God of War, the 2018 game, between like doing your little shimmy, your gear, your skills, and yeah, all the little tiny little things where you're climbing up. And Anthea kind of has that Andreas vibes where you're actually like getting help from her on the side. I like it. And she has kind of punching combat, which is like Kratos when he doesn't have his axe. So yeah, it's weird. Kind of gives me God of War vibes. This one's going to be slept on, and I wish it wasn't, because it's kind of special. It's kind of special. People are going to sleep on it because there's so many games out right now, and maybe they don't know that well. But it's all good. It's all good. Hopefully, it's something people take a chance on. It's not full price either. It's only like $60 instead of 80. I dig it. We just got the musket as well, so obviously you can only fire one at a time, but the reload's actually really fast. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting something pretty slow. So yeah, we got melee combat playing as Red McCray, as he's called. Hello, how's it going? How you doing today? Oh, Megan, how you doing? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure me stuff out here. I'm very late today. There's a whole lot of stuff going on out at my folks' place. We're trying to remodel the entire bathroom, so that when my dad gets back from hospital after breaking his ankle, he's going to have a fully fitted new bathroom. It'll make it easier for himself to go to the bathroom and to clean himself, you know. So, as usual, it's a small job turned into a crazy job. Boom, baby! Alright, this guy's a tough one. Oh yeah, he's a tough old bird. Alright, let's see if Anthea will do a better job. Not quite. I hope you've been doing good. Hope everyone had a great weekend. This week is a big one. We're going to have lots of big games coming out. Probably the review for... oh, someone's... Okay, good. Cool. We'll have the review for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. They want you to do a charged attack. But yeah, you have to kind of charge in front of his face.
I can help.
Damn, he's a tough bro. What makes this guy so stronger than normal? There we go. Hard to take on the ranged guys. We've got that guy right there. Boom! Busy, huh? It's always the way. He was recovering. Interesting. So yeah, see, you got like places to climb up, like wide linear, kind of like how God of War is, where you get rewarded for exploring but you don't feel overwhelmed. We had some incredible morality choices as well, where it's not just, oh, pick a choice and this is the end of the quest, thank you and goodbye. It affects the entire ending, and Anthea, you know, your lover, do we bring her back? So even though you might have a morality choice and you're like, this seems like a cut and dry type of thing, you realize that it does also affect Anthea as well. So there's a separate kind of are you selfless or selfish, you know? It's a tough one. Hey DBG, how's it going? Hello, hope they're modeling. Yeah, it's going fine. It's always those things where it was an old house, you know, so every time you rip something up, you're like, that's fine, and then you cut into another level of issues. Yeah, we need to find out a way. She's obviously going to learn. It's kind of like Metroidvania, where you get new power-ups and you come back and open up new areas. So yeah, I definitely want to play lots of this, and Final Fantasy VII Remake. I've been kind of doing a very quick playthrough of that as well. because I never got to finish it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got burnt out on it because but it's not far from a bad game for sure. You can play it on PS Plus Extra. This one is pretty much available on all next gen for, like I said, 60 instead of 80. Everything is €80 over here now for the big games, especially Final Fantasy Rebirth. And I'm not gonna lie, it definitely starts to pinch a little bit, you know. Like I'm okay with it because I get to stream with it, so it's like a double good idea, and it's my hobby as well. It's really only when I put money, you know, I'm not out here doing drugs or putting money into the lotto and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's something I've been doing for 30 years. It's kind of, that's why it's so cool to play the new Tomb Raider remaster as well. It really brings me back to my days on the Sega Saturn, which is awesome. They were called different things over here. For you guys over there, you had the Sega Genesis. For us, I think it was called the Sega Sega Mega Drive, and the Master System. And then there was the, it looks like we can get into this old fort. It was the Saturn. We had the Mega Drive before, but yeah, the Saturn was awesome. And then after that, we got the Sega Dreamcast, and that was the last Sega console we got, which is so sad because the Dreamcast was ahead of its time. You had this cool like Pokemon Tamagotchi thing that you would slot into the controller, and it would work with most games, you know, whether it was Sonic or you know, anything at all, and you'd level up that way, you know, kind of like how the Poke Walker would work, but it worked on several games. And then it also had internet way before other consoles did. Like the PS2 allowed you to have internet, but you had to get an extra peripheral, and it was mainly just Japan. But the Dreamcast had it built in, and at the time, you know, it was Sega versus Nintendo all the way. Like PlayStation was doing huge numbers, but they hadn't reached like PlayStation 2 yet, you know, so they weren't quite established. But at the time, Nintendo weren't doing great either. They just launched the GameCube, which was you know, a disaster. But if you go look up the Dreamcast and the GameCube, somebody was stealing somebody's idea, and I don't want to say who. It was Nintendo. It totally, completely. The only thing that did different was there was a handle on the GameCube, but the same 4 slots in the front as the Dreamcast had. But you know, Sega decided to bow out and immediately port their games over to other systems, and you know, it worked for a while. Like people don't remember that now; they just always see them now modern days as Sega being third party. People think Xbox are going to go that way. I think both Xbox and PlayStation are going to go that way, and I don't mean that as some kind of fanboy. I generally think that that this is going to happen. It's getting too expensive. Just recently, I think it was today, Sony announced that they're just after basically losing $10 billion in stocks because of you know, a couple of things, you know, just bad profits, no big games announced this year, and a few other things as well. Sony definitely make the premier titles, we can all agree with that, but $350 million budget for things like Spider-Man, that's not sustainable. That will destroy an entire industry, especially if games are getting longer to make. Like, you can't wait 6 years and spend $300 million. The company will go bankrupt in between, you know. But, you know, if anything's going to crash, it's the big stuff. The AA will always be here. The indie stuff will always be here. Things like Helldivers and Palworld are a prime example that you can charge a little bit cheaper and get absolutely insane number of people playing your games and having more fun than a AAA game. But to each their own. I think I've noticed a lot of people just see third person and they're like, that's AAA to me, and it's like, okay. Whereas, like, you know, we're talking about newer games coming out, Indiana Jones first person, the Mandalorian games first person, and people are like, oh, I want third person, I want this, I want that. And I get it, I do, but you gotta understand, if a studio is better at that current thing, then it's probably best for the studio to do it that way, you know. But it's important to try new things as well. We'll see how things go. Yeah, like, gaming is definitely not going anywhere. We're putting more money into it, but people have said it before. Sony want,
if you can't reach the door, try shooting at it.
Yeah, Sony want to make games $100. You know, how would you guys feel about that? I think most of us can agree that we're barely able to afford, or at least, you know, budget in current games at $80. So to put them up to $100 would be horrible. Now, this is something that's happened before. Back in the N64 days, Nintendo games were $90. They were $90, you know. So it's definitely not unheard of. Cool, I like these little environmental poses. Do you see the way it's kind of like hitting things with the Leviathan axe? These guys have taken it's a little bit of Souls, a little bit of God of War hack and slash, and it's just wonderful. Antea and Red are awesome protagonists. Not annoying, not in your face. They're not constantly telling you what to do like Atreus and fucking Aloy. So I'm here for this. Please don't sleep on this game. Even if you gotta wait for a sale, support these devs. They're doing a great job.
Do you need a moment?
I wish I could went back tomorrow. Not much. Went back to work after my vacation. Oh, how long were you off for?
I probably need a breather.
My plans are going back to college and increase my education. Nice, nice. I wish it was like an RPG where you could just level up your education. Good on you, dude. What are you studying for? Like, what's your interest? And if it's something private, you don't have to tell me. That's okay. But yeah. What's your thing? What are you into? Just something like media and film. I could see you doing that. Is it like space or mathematics? I don't know. All that kind of stuff. Engineering's huge as well. These are like not just good professions to get into. They're future proof. Any kind of coding as well. Like you can do coding and you could end up like coding a smart fridge all the way up, or to video games all the way up to like rockets if you want to go that far. So coding is hugely versatile. Colonel James Ironside. Some of this might pertain to actual history, like during the French Indian Wars and the early days of the Americas, you know. This would be before, you know, the American Revolution and the British invasion and all that, for the most part. Around this time it was closer to the Dutch that came over kind of first, and the French. Yeah. They were the kind of the first of many colonizers that destroyed the land and the people, the natives that were there. Just at University of California. Nice! You want to go there? That's a hell of a jump, huh? Like I'm not sure you said you were New York, around that area, East Coast. You'd go West Coast? Nice, dude. I think we got a key to open a chest up here. Let me double check. These are just little optional areas. I doubt I'd have much time for a whole lot today, but as long as I got a little bit of streaming in, I'm happy. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me as always. You're always here. You're like a really soft blanket when you guys come in, you know. I know that's a funny analogy, but that's what it's like. It's the comfort of just hanging out with friends. That's the most popular one. Right. You only went to film school? Okay. Yeah. What would you want to do? Do you want to make films? Do you want to be a producer on them? Like what? Director? New Jersey doesn't even have enough job offer. No, it doesn't. I mean, the whole world is kind of in the middle of a very secret recession, but no one wants to admit it. COVID or not, you know, the bubble has burst. You just need to have other things catch up. Alright, cool. I wonder what this other key is for then. I'll keep an eye on it. See, I can't do that yet. She obviously gets some kind of explosion or something to break through those walls. And then there's other areas. They're called spectral knots, and they seem to have a ranged thing for Antia, so she must have it. So there's lots of upgrades as well. But that boss was pretty special. I doubt we'll hit a boss now. Our plan in the story now is to go back to New Eden because we've destroyed one of the parts of the curse. But clearly this curse is huge. It's encompassing, very, very powerful. So it's not quite gone yet, but maybe its power has dwindled a little bit. There seems to be different aspects of the curse. You know, this one was about a betrayal, I believe. I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to go from here. Let me see. Guess we just follow this. So maybe the other aspects of the curse are like, I don't know, love or something. Can you get up there? What do you see, Anthea? Surely we gotta get up there somehow. That might be just a way around. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. This month has just gone by in a flash because it's just when you're busy doing stuff, and yeah. January was weird. The first 2 weeks of January just went like that, boom, and then it just slowed down to a crawl because it was just, for me, it was everything going on, the personal side of stuff. That tends to have you awake at night doing stuff. Producer might be a tough job because you have to do a lot of estimates in money terms. Oh yeah. You're basically down on your knees begging for money from different organizations just to build a movie that might like never ever. Oh, I need to rest there. I hate when it does that. Oh, it's my fault. I don't listen. I can't progress the story until I rest. I didn't rest. Like if you take a look at Tom Cruise and Kevin Feige. I hate Kevin Feige. He's such a doofus, man. So these stupid hats and stuff. He definitely built up something great with Marvel though. But I mean, here's the thing. Like, absolutely this man worked his ass off. But this is comic books, you know? They're already there. And they still managed to fuck it up. The Marvels and so many others are proof in the pudding right there. The comic book movie bubble has officially burst. They won't go away, but they're definitely... Deadpool 3 will do gangbusters. It'll probably make about 2 billion because there's nothing else for those fans to watch, you know, the Candy Floss fans. They'd watch that, and as long as it's a superhero, you know. Me like Hulk. It was crazy that Mark Ruffalo kind of finally showed his true annoyance and said that there would not be a standalone Hulk movie. And that's wrong. That's fucking wrong. We all want Planet Hulk. Planet Hulk would be amazing.
She was desolate.
Drives me nuts.
And yet relieved.
Very foolish way of destroying billions of dollars. I think Disney and Marvel will go the way of the dodo before you know it. If it wasn't for the theme park, they wouldn't be getting away with so many disasters, you know. I think the Disney Plus bubble is, but all the subscription stuff. Paramount is supposed to be trying to liquidize themselves and basically put all of their stuff onto Peacock or Max, HBO Max. They're all going to join together because everyone is leaving in droves. I think they lost like 2 million subs or something, and obviously this is going to happen to Amazon Prime. The number one factor is because they keep putting the prices up, but try and tell them that. It's fucking stupid, and they'll blame it on you know, rising costs of movie. No one asked them to do a show where every episode is $25 million. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? If the end product is a piece of shit, you're the one throwing money down the drain. And like, once Stranger Things is over, Netflix is not going to have its golden goose anymore. Their next golden goose was Witcher, and they fucked that up. So, what's going on? Nothing's going on. That's what's going on. People are getting far more smart with their money, and they know they don't have to throw it away for shit. I like comic book movies. I never want them to go away, but not this current state of them, you know. These last 2 years have been some of the worst. People shit on the 90s and 2000 comic book movies. My god, they're genius compared to the slop that's coming out now. There's no story, there's no character building, there's nothing but fucking horrible woke shit. That's all it is.
When all this is over,
let's write a movie about whatever's currently trending on Twitter. It's bad, dude. It's bad. My parents got back from India. They went for my cousins. Yeah, how did they get on? Hopefully they were safe and everything.
What happened?
I think Kevin Feige messed up the multiverse pretty bad. Yeah. Just don't go near multiverse and time travel. He obviously worked his ass off to get all of that off the ground.
I opened my heart. It was a mistake. I played with fire.
I don't want to shit on them all, you know.
I'm sorry.
It was a long time ago. I have a new family now.
I think, like, as much as Kevin Feige's done a good job, I don't even know if that's how you say his name. I don't care enough. But I actually secretly think that Jon Favreau is way more important to the MCU, and I would love to see him be put back into the driver's seat. That's just me.
Always.
I feel like it was more important back then, you know.
I have the watch.
The Iron Man days. Well, see, to me, as weird as it sounds, the new Captain America: Brave New World, that's gonna be it for me. If they fuck that up, I'm out. Peace. I know Thunderbolts is gonna be shit. There's many others I can see that are already shit. No matter if they're given another year or two. I think all of Kang Dynasty just needs to be shelved. Just go away. Let's move into, you know, Secret Wars. Let's be done with it, because it's just a disaster. I don't care about the character, the actor, and I don't give a shit. Alright, so we got something new, Outburst. Cool, look at this, it's going to be like a big AoE, isn't it? Yeah, boom, nice. I told you. So much more where that came from. So this is cool. This is our skill trees, and you can see there's very distinct red, and then there's this kind of bluish green. So if you couldn't tell, these are all got to do with red. You know, our main character, think physical damage, and then the spectral stuff is for Antia. And up here you have your skill points up here. So you get them for doing different things. These are essence points for her. They're a little bit harder to get. They tend to be around the side quests and that. And then he gets them from just leveling up. So we're currently level 10. So it's very interesting. You obviously will allow her to become far more powerful, but you have to be a little bit selfish in the story, where you're actually banishing and killing people, even if they need to be, you know, brought to justice. But in this game, it makes you judge, jury, and executioner. I know I mention it a lot, but it's true. You're not just judging the person. You're not giving them a fair trial or anything. So even if they're the most heinous piece of shit like that cannibal, is it really our responsibility to kill these people? That's what the game is saying, and that's a lot. It's a heavy burden for me as the player. Like, I'm like, I feel wrong. Some of it's fine. Like the cannibal guy, I didn't feel sorry for at all. Even if his mind was gone, he'd you know, that's one of the most heinous things you can do. You know, that's beyond murder and all that. I think it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Yeah, the fans are exhausted. Yeah, I'm still exhausted for Endgame. See, there you go. At least you're being honest, dude. Good on you. Because I think you can be a massive fan, but still be critical. It's okay. It's normal to be like, something's not right here. I'm not enjoying myself the way I used to be, but I'm paying more for the tickets. Something is wrong, you know. That's completely normal. But yeah, I would agree. I could probably count on one hand how many shows and movies I enjoyed after Endgame, and that's been what, it's 4 years, maybe 5, you know. Or 3, I don't know. But that's not good. That's not good. And the amount of shows, like, since then we're probably pushing into the 40s between shows and movies. And you can see that Disney are hightailing it back now. They're running scared because they've now changed most of their Disney Plus slate has now been moved over to full feature movies. Like, I always bring it up, but Moana 2 has come out of nowhere. A couple of others are now yeah, I think Mandalorian and Grogu was not meant to be a movie either, if you couldn't tell by the fucking ridiculous name. It was meant to be like sort of like a send-off to the show, and they were like, ooh, let's turn it into a movie. Let's finish off Mandalorian. Mandalorian has kind of been very up and down, and it's mainly got to do with different writers and then controversies outside the show as well, which never brings good stuff in. And then I think the Book of Boba Fett has been received very strangely. Like, I've watched many different reviews and retrospectives on it where they'll fall in love with it, and then the other audience fucking vehemently hate it. So yeah, it's a strange one. It's very divisive, that one, which is mad. But I do get that sense of what's going on with Disney and that, where everything has to be a spin-off of everything, even if it wasn't that great to begin with. So you're diluting it. It's not something we had years ago. We would get like a secondary movie or something on the Disney Channel. So it's true, it would be there a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Helping hand, weak spots hit with the rifle, reduce manifestation, cooldown, a deep outburst, defeating an enemy outburst. So how do we actually do this anyway? In combat, Anthea can push back and damage enemies with this burst. It's probably a power up like the Banish. What's this here? Spirit restock, hitting an enemy with the Anthea. He loads the rifle. Man. That's kind of cool. And we got over here, Kiss of Death. I like these. Defeating enemy with red restores 10 health points. Defeating enemy with Anthea is spirit points. Okay, cool. Now, while spirit engages 4, red's attack increases manifestation. Cool. I'm not sure what manifestations is yet. Shooting rifle while the banish gauge is full increases rifle damage by 300%. Oh yeah, okay, so protected shooter. Alright, so this is almost all rifle stuff, which is crazy. Defender, perfect switch. Right after a parry, I barely parry as is. Bane power bullets, rifle same, rifle banish. Gauge. Healing essence, speeding enemy with a manifestation. Yeah, what is the manifestations? Do you think it's this thing here? Outburst? The outburst manifestation has been unlocked. Okay. Is the leap a manifestation? Leap manifestation, okay. I see. So these main big attacks are manifestations. Interesting. I like the leap. I want to get more of that. Let's see, is there anything for the leap? Hostile leap. Leap damage increased by 150%. Nice. I do like the leap a lot. It's great as a positioning tool as well if you're a little bit far away, you know. Death blow, perfect switch. Okay, cool. Yeah, Godzilla versus Kong. That should be awesome. I'm excited for it. I have a bit of a guilty pleasure when it comes to those. I still think King of the Monsters is the best, but yeah, I've definitely had my problems with remakes and stuff, but I seem to have a little bit of a special place for all the Godzilla stuff. Even the really shitty Matthew Broderick one, I don't know, I kind of like that. It's another example of early 2000s, late 90s stuff. Oof, never going to be exhausted, hell yes. Back in 24 show there was going to be a movie, and then I started turning to 24 Redemption. Yeah, they brought him back a good bit later. That show could have kept going, but Kiefer Sutherland couldn't keep his drinking under control. Same as Mel Gibson, you know, just fucking idiots, thinking they're better than addictive fucking shit they put in their bodies. So yeah, he was a disaster around that time, sadly. So kind of fucked that show for everybody. It's just the problem with these guys, these big celebrities. I get it, they're, You know, same with Charlie Sheen, all them. But what you're doing is, I get it, you're have an addiction, it's a problem and all that, but it's such a selfish thing, you know. Yeah, you're going through shit, but if you fuck up and destroy a show, that's like 50 to 100 people that are out of a job, you know. Anybody from the key grip to the best boy, as they're called, these people on set, you know, all the way up to the other fucking actors, your peers, and you go and screw the whole pooch, you know. So yeah, when they went from like Two and a Half Men, Charlie Sheen, to Ashton Kutcher, it was fucking horrible. It was horrible, and the show suffered. But they needed to keep going. People, even though they were getting paid mad, they still need to should be allowed to work, you know. Alright, cool. Nice. Hey, how's it going, Dynamite? Hello, how was your weekend, man? Just playing a bit of Banishers. Everyone's kind of going mad on Helldivers. Can't get into the fucking servers. I feel bad for those guys because a massive hit in their hands, and they just can't. Sony won't allow it. They're after fucking cutting off $10 billion. They're blaming like Microsoft because they control the servers. Like, hello, Microsoft love money. It's not them. It's somebody's telling them not to go above 450,000 concurrents. I think what's happening is Sony has given Arrowhead, which is the name of Helldivers developer, a budget, a server budget, which is completely normal. Like, trust me, first Helldivers didn't even have 7,000 people playing it, you know, because it was top down. This is different.
Come here. I want to try something.
Ooh.
Good morning to you.
Maybe she can use the outburst to open the wall. Ah, you see. Alright, little missus, let me see what you got. We just got a new power. We had a really badass boss called the Beast. Really cool. It's kind of like God of War. For any of you Xbox guys out there who want to play God of War, get this game. Get it. Trust me. Yeah, you're not going to have the juggling and the axes and the awesome Kratos, but neither did God of War Ragnarok. All we got was this neutered pup and a stupid, angsty, annoying teenager. Wasn't fucking God of War Ragnarok at all. It was drunken Thor and Odin's story. It was like, oh fuck, man, I fucking hate that game so much. Alright, press and hold R2. Wow, I heard that scream.
Did you feel the way I tore the veil?
No, you shouldn't be doing that. Did you tear my veil?
I did.
And we did it together.
What did I do?
You brought me.
How was your
focus.
weekend, man?
That's
Hope you're
plenty.
well.
Can you do it
Oh, look,
again?
it smells like smeggy. Oh,
I
Jesus.
intend to.
Guys, make sure and clean your dicks. Come on now. You want to find yourself a woman, always wash your balls. It's the least you can do. It's just good. It's just good practice. Hope you're doing good. Yeah. Chin up, DPG. When are you guys gonna have a boxing match? Been trying to set up Pyro versus DPG in a boxing match, but DPG keeps backing down. He's like Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg. Don't back down. Never back down. Remember that movie? Oh man, those were the days. And you remember Jumper? Good old Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen. Jumper, put a teleporter. Good shit, man. I have a weird guilty pleasure about that movie as well. They made, like, there was a guy in it, Reese something, or a horrible accent anyway. And he got the video game. It was called like Reese's Story or whatever. Reese's Pieces. So fucking bad. So fucking bad. So fucking bad. Those were the days. Those were the really the bottom of the bottom. Now we can burst through these walls. I think she can just do that whenever she wants. Obviously you need to charge it up. That's pretty sweet. Pieces of 8. Got a couple of power-ups now. Increased her power with the... So what I could do is use her leap attack and then finish off with that massive explosion. Sounds good to me. So yeah, the map's pretty huge. We're heading back to New Eden right now. We're in the middle of these misty mires, whatever they're called. You can see we've come a quite... I think we were about a third of the way through. Oh, looks like there's a... Okay. I think there's a secret mini quest over there. That's where we started. And then you have all the way up here as well. So yeah. We'll see where this goes. The threads run deep. We're getting a little
strange place for
clued
a
up.
stockade.
Farm ground, marshy approaches, like Bannockburn, 1314, and the Scots speak the English.
Yes.
You won the
Bannockburn.
battle, but who won the war?
We had the Battle of the Boyne over here. It's like he's more of Kong. Oh, you're like Godzilla? Ooh. You're kaijus. Just once you don't hug your Godzilla plush at nighttime. You excited for anything Star Wars this year? The Bad Batch might be fun. The thing is, in true good old EA fashion, worthless timing, they're going to get this Mandalorian game out.
Shite. Do your new thing now.
Shite. When Mando's already done, you know.
Back down to hell. Now there's a talent I'd love to have.
You'd have to die first.
Don't say that. Nice. We're just getting stronger and stronger. This game's pretty. I was rewatching Revenge of the Sith. To play it on the PS2 and I can see Star Wars movie, a classic. Yeah. God damn it, they shot on that prequel so much and they didn't realize how good they had it. A lot of wisps around here, that means there's a good bit of magical energy.
I feel a draft.
From the invisible.
I like that. I feel a draft from time to time. Is it a ghost whispering on your neck? Can we go in here? No. Yeah. I think the Phantom Menace is both the best one and worst one. It's a funny one, right? Because the kid is kind of cringe. There's a lot of politics. People always shit on the politics. I'm like, this is a prequel series of how the Empire came to be. What did you think was going to happen? And you know I hate politics, whether it's fictional or real. I hate politics. But I can stand them in that movie and that trilogy because this is so important. You know, it's not just about how Vader came to be. It's about this is how democracy died. Can she destroy this? Yes, she can.
Of yours.
She's awesome.
How does it feel to use it?
It's hard to describe.
So it's important.
It's like
And you know, like
anger
there's
rush.
we know how important
Focused burst
the.
of
Well, look, you
frustration.
don't have to charge it up. That's wicked cool. We know how important the Empire and the rebels are. So of course, it'd be nice to know how the Republic died. Oh shit!
It's like this spectral nest is just waiting for my intervention.
I still don't know how to do these properly. I'm really bad. Like manifest, spectre nest. Is that right? I'm really bad at these.
Now
To pick the right
from the shadows.
rituals. Did you right? Alright, perfect move. No, more perfect switch. Post parry. Post run. Post dodge. What? What you talking about, Willis?
Stop that spectre before it possesses the corpse.
Ah, I'm never fast enough, dude. Damn. Okay, this is gonna get really spicy. Somebody throwing something? No, we gotta focus on one. Otherwise we'll be here till Christmas.
Die.
Fuck, that didn't even kill him. This is what I'm saying.
Much more I can take.
It didn't even kill him. This is really powerful. When does that recharge? Definitely locked on to this guy. It's fucking annoying.
Piss off.
Piss off. Yeah, what's that purple mean, I wonder? It's faster. What does purple versus blue mean? Damn, what a fucking shot all the way across there. Yeah. Only 9 damage. Why didn't she change over? There you go. Piss off. Only 19 damage and fully charged. Yeah, very powerful for some reason. How come that missed, but he hit me? Stranger.
You'll get it next time.
Ah, for fuck's sake, these are powerful as hell. You can't have that. Fucking hell, I was supposed to get a full guard. These are tough old hombres. They've stepped up the difficulty a lot. Look to me, I'll be Cruising down the west. Oh, she can kind of move a little bit. Like she's flying. I can't have you doing 3 damage, love. Not good enough. Gotta get you way more powerful. Why is this guy so strong? Fuck me. Ah! This one fight alone has almost killed me. It looked like he was almost finished there, but he said no. Thank God there's no stamina. Nice. Barely even did damage there. Come on, bitch. I gotta get used to this perfect switch stuff, I think. Yeah, they're saying like the Steam Deck and that is just fantastic at emulating everything. Even the Switch, which is hilarious.
Pay attention.
Come on, these are chunky bastards. Whew. No way, that was just one phase. I am so dead, it's not even funny. What am I stuck on?
Watch out. Spectre possession.
Fuck, I can never get over here fast enough. Nice.
Get lost, won't you?
Let's get rid of this one first, because if they manage to possess someone, it is over. This is way too strong for me right now. Am I in a area I shouldn't be?
The other Spectre first.
Okay. Thanks for almost getting me killed. This one, are you sure about this? Bitch ass. This one's way too tough, like we're doing 3 damage. What are you talking about, lady? What Spectre? Holy shit, we are so screwed. I have no potions left. Damn, it does next to no damage. He's got no health.
No more left.
Oh, we're so dead. Game over, yeah.
Change targets.
What?
Tormented first.
I can't move, I'm stuck in a fence. The Tormented is no good, it won't do enough damage. See, why does it do 48, but then do randomly 5? Damn, there's gotta be some kind of a health regeneration. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. This is tough. No, I keep getting stuck in this one fence post. Everything else is not in the way except for that. Come here, bitch.
There's a tough one.
Oh, I'm dead. Fuck. What a douchebag. I hate off-camera hits, man. It's the worst. It's like the first death in the game. That was tough. That nest must be beyond our ability or something. I spent like 10 minutes just fighting the first wave. That was way beyond anything I could touch. Jesus. I wonder is there a leveling to it or something. Or maybe we're in the place we shouldn't be. Fuck me, I couldn't even survive the first wave. The problem is, she tells you about like, oh, don't let that Spectre summon and all this. There's just one little problem, Missy. I can't like race over there, you know. You have to be almost instantaneously kicking ass. Come on, you wee bastards. Let's see what you got. It's trying to tell me a little bit like which one, the tormented one, to attack first. A lot of stuff it hasn't explained very well, I will say that. Like, I didn't even know what a manifestation was. Just meant to know, I guess. Like, what does blue and purple mean above their names? I know there's a type of resistance. There's very little damage. This is just phase 1 as well. There's too much shite in the way here. That fucking fence post is kicking my ass. Losing to a fence post. See, that shouldn't be doing 3 damage. What the fucking cack? Come on. The amount of health I just lost there while I was stuck in the animation of banishing. What the fuck was the point of that? Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? It's tough. Thank God these are optional. That's more like it. I wonder what causes So look, now I'm only doing 2 damage, but I did 60 a second ago. I don't know what causes that. Is he dead? I wonder what the purple stuff means. Come on, bitch. Damn, he instantly went back to a block. Look at that, like, see, I nearly died there. But I did a strong attack, like. Make up your mind. Not strong enough, is that what he said? Are we punishing ourselves for no reason here? We'll see. Nice. Dang. It's gonna take to kill you. We're level 10, he's level 10. It's not a level problem. There's something else at work here. See, I hate the way they're able to just completely attack you in the middle of your strong attack.
Ready
like,
and waiting.
hello? That's not how it works. They're supposed to take damage, bitch. That's a fully charged one. That should be doing more than 2 damage. Come on now. I think we have to get used to the perfect switch. I've been trying to tell us.
They brought more friends.
That is tough.
Make it yield.
Reinforcements.
Don't run into it now. Whew, this is tough. OG Spider-Man, the movie game. Nice, yeah, they're pretty rough. Look at that, he didn't even hit me. He actually hit the water there.
It's on you.
But I got completely lit the fuck up. That sucks. I feel like I deserve that. God damn. Why is it doing such little damage? 4? Really? 2 damage? Come on, girly. You do better than that. Ah, it sucks.
Teach them not to mess with a Banisher.
Ah, it didn't even connect. What the fuck was the point of that? It didn't even connect. Ah, this is where we have to get good.
Change targets.
I can't fucking get out of there. These battlefields are a bit wank.
Corpse is this hard?
I shouldn't be taking so much damage when I'm trying to banish. It's not how it works. Be a trash. This thing charged up. Definitely different resistances that they could do with teaching me more about, you know. Why are my attacks doing next to no damage? Damn, this is tough, man. I'm down to no heals again. Do you do more damage from behind? These fucking fence posts are a disgrace. How could you get him though? And how it doesn't affect him? He's able to just walk through them? What a load of cock. Fucking screwed over by the environment. Come on, bitch. Chill. This is a tough old bastard.
Stubborn bastard.
You're telling me. Come on. Why is the fucking fence post getting in everybody's way? This shit's embarrassing. That reminds me of fucking
Get lost, won't you?
reminds me of God of War a lot. Oh my god. The camera was so fucking horny for Kratos' bald head. You couldn't see the fucking enemies hitting you behind. Nice. Yeah, we'll have to figure out about this.
Teach them not to mess with a Banisher.
This veil she was talking about. Look at that. I break his defense, but he doesn't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Look at that. They don't give a fuck. I broke his defense. I did exactly what you wanted me to do, game. Fuck. That is a hell of a fight. I mustn't be able for it yet or something. Holy shit. So you're supposed to do a charge attack to break his defense? I might as well be fucking swinging my dick around. Oh my god, what a waste of time. What a fucking waste of time.
Nokuhei.
Why did they do that? Why did they make one guy just completely brokenly strong? I hate that, man. It's so spongy. Don't do that. Let's have a bit of fun with your combat, for Christ's sake. Teach us.
That specter's looking for a body.
And what is purple and blue? What's the difference there? I want to know. I want to know. I'm trying to change over to Antia, please. Yeah, there's clearly a lot of things I don't understand yet. We're talking about, like, resistances. They didn't quite explain it. Purple, the purple and blue above their heads must mean something. There must be different types of resistances. What? He just refused to dodge there. Ah, it's a tough fight. See that? Like, even in Banished, I get hit. I'm doing such a strong attack, but I'm stuck in their animation. These guys are way stronger. Look at that, 0 damage. What am I doing wrong, game? Teach me. Why is it doing 0 damage? Oh no, no. This guy. God damn, they're powerful. They're supposed to be the same level as me.
Away with you.
What does purple mean? This means like Spectre. My banish power is not doing nearly enough. I barely did anything to him. They need to flinch more. That'd be nice. I don't like to see an enemy that's able to just tank all your attacks and continue with their animation. See that? She's taken crazy damage in all of that. Ah, he just completely dodged that apparently. Good for you. Come on, you fucker. They're just really resistant to my attacks.
I have another in sight.
I get this far and then it all goes tits up. Sadly. Fucking tough. This is even with us destroying the ads as well. If these guys possess, you'll have 4 on your hands.
Make it yield.
I'm fucking trying. I don't get that. It's not doing any damage. Should get 5, but that's no good. 3. Ah, I don't really understand that. That sucks. What does that bar above it mean? Fuck. Definitely lacking a little bit of a tutorial here. That's unfortunate. I was enjoying my time, but I was thinking this was going to happen because I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. I had a feeling. It's crazy how quick they catch up. Did you notice the first attack does 45 or something? Everything else does 5? Why is that? That's such a big difference. It's 10%. Turns it into very spongy. I got all the way down to the bottom.
Incoming.
That still hit me, like double back around. I was hoping the fire would do more damage. Fuck me, man. Holy shit, that my shit doesn't do any damage. He did 3/4 of my health there. You dirty bastard. This is way above my level or something. I'm getting wrecked here. Mother of pearl. Why won't you die? Yeah, it's like her entire health bar. That's tough, 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 tough. I need this 14. We wanted a challenge, we got it. Look, they don't react. They don't react. I shot him point and blank in the face. You need to push back against that. Like, Do you not feel it? How come he reacts there? Good old animation punish. Where they get away because their animation is loaded. And you get fucked. You bastard. God damn, will this guy ever die? Come on, little girly. Jesus. Wonder where his weak point is. It says like extra weak point damage. Looks like that can break their as well. Nice. God, I'm so close to death. Telling you. Look at this. This is even like just a normal Spectre. I'm only doing 6 damage. Weird. That was tough. Mother of Christ, that was tough. That took me like 3 attempts. Sheesh. Okay, clearly there's things we are not quite understanding about combat. They talked about resistance, but they haven't told me exactly what they are, you know. We know that there's green, purple, and blue. That's the type of enemies. But haven't told us what we're good against or what we're bad against. That's unfortunate. I felt like I was going into a fight there without the proper tools, you know. Just beating your head against the wall. They wanted you to use perfect switch.
Ugh, wisp-infested weed.
Wisp.
Poor weed.
That was tough. Holy shit. I don't want any more fights like that thing. That was tougher than the actual boss. Just felt like I was going up against 6 sponges. Come on, laddie.
Something's nearby.
Where is it?
Luckily, those nests give you like good attribute points. Yeah, the old movie games for Spider-Man were fucking rough. Everyone loves 2, you know, and it definitely is the best of the bunch. But directly after that, 3 was already like the movie was already fucking rough. But Jesus Christ, that game is a pile of absolute dog shit. There was this weird moment where they were so obsessed with trying to get the likeness for Tobey Maguire and all the other people, you know. It's like, have you thought about maybe making a good story? Even and then the first one didn't even have a floor, so well, it was very weird times. So you're Spider-Man swinging from basically the ceiling of nothing, and there was no floor. If you fell, that was it. You were dead. Nice. Alright, I'm glad there's a little bit more to the combat than just smack-a-do, but my god, do I need a tutorial on it.
Still impressive.
Oh, only she can go through this mist. It's like where the spiritual energy is the highest it can be. Nice. Hey, that's good, like, because, you know, the game has sort of been about, you know, 60-40 on the combat and story and stuff. Oh, see, this is something that she does. We don't know how to do that yet. Okay, cool. So there's even more powers to unlock. Some kind of you see the way that it's something that Red can't do even with his gun. So I'm thinking it's like a ranged spectral energy burst from Anthea. This seems like a nice wide open area. Holy hell, am I getting my shit pushed in? Altar of the Incarnate. How do you get up there? That's probably where that was. And then we can't do the creeping vine. The altars are good to get because they not give me. They give you like a nice little like health bonus, or really just whatever is there at the time, you know. PS2 emulator achievements. Yeah, you were saying that. You're kind of repeating yourself now. We're talking about the same stuff. King Kong. You're saying all that stuff. Hell yeah. Hell yes, dude. Achievements. And it's like Steam achievements, is it? Hell yes. It's like 3 conversations.
Perhaps you let me take the lead
all over again. I feel like I got deja vu. Deja vu. What's like your favorite PS2 game of all time? Sounds like you're catching up. You would have been out around the time of PS2, right? I don't know if you got to play many games back then. I know like different families did not allow children to play video games. They thought they were the devil. It's kind of crazy. Like there's families that thought Pokemon was the devil. It's like that mom from Waterboy, you know, where it's like, Pokemon are the devil. Baba Boucher do not have Pokemon cards. Nice. 24, the game, Dawn, the game. Did they have games based on Bollywood movies? Cool. That'd be sweet. Look at this guy, he's got mushrooms growing out of him. I think I heard that they had begun filming of season 2 of The Last of Us. We'll see how that goes. Still definitely on the fence when it comes to the Abby actress. I really hope they take this opportunity to switch some things around when it comes to Abby. Honestly, like, it's not really that much I would change, actually. Like, I know that big scene, it's meant to be shock value, and I don't think the payoff is enough. I really don't. I think there's that many flashbacks in the game. It's meant to pull at your heartstrings, and I get that. It's fun and all that, blah, 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 blah. It's just shit chronological. It's such a mess. Like, the editor, or Neil Druckmann, one of them should be fired over there at Naughty Dog, because some of the stupidest, worst shit I have ever fucking seen. To take a very risky story like that, which is fine. I would much prefer Sony doing risks instead of the very safe Spider-Man 2 and the very safe Horizon Forbidden West. Like, they're fun games to play, like turn your brain off and play them, but they don't do anything. There's nothing really memorable about them. You know, I said it, I think I said it even as I was playing it. It's like, if you were to stop and finish the game and uninstall it, you might never know you've ever played it. You know, your disposition, your emotions haven't changed from before you played Spider-Man 2 till afterwards. And the same with God of War Ragnarok. You feel that very much in God of War Ragnarok. It's not meant as like, oh, fuck this, fuck that. We expect better. We got better with the first games. I think it's just what's happening now is you're seeing a vast diminishing return of Sony's cinematic stuff. People are getting bored with the same thing, just simple as that. So if you're not really just doing something different, and like, for as much as Last of Us Part 2 got shit on, and I definitely has problems, I actually commend it more for the risks that it took. But yeah, if they could switch things around chronologically better, have those flashbacks be episodes and played that way, we'd be looking at a very vastly different story, and then thus a much more impactful event that happens far too early in the game, in my opinion. I think a lot of people would have only played The Last of Us through the remaster, which came, 4 years after. Oh no, it was actually 2 years after its launch, or maybe even further down when they would have got a PS4. So they might not be, all gung-ho like the super fans are. Let's see, I'm trying to get over here. Clearly the altar is there, but I'm trying to find a way. Maybe this is something for later too, because I don't think we can.
Creeping ivy.
Yeah, how do you destroy these? Can you destroy these? No. Maybe does this work? No, this is something for later, I think. See, Red can't see it, but she can. It has this kind of pulsating vine that you have to follow and find its source. That was a tough fight. I swear to God, when stuff is going on with you mentally, video games have a way of locking in and being very cathartic and helping you work through that stuff. Or, in some cases, creating that mental block. That fight should have been pretty easy, but because of the day I've had, I think I sort of created a weird mental block there and just couldn't quite get... How do we do this? This is something for later, I think. So there's nothing we can do. Clearly she unlocks her power later for all this stuff. Nice. So yeah, I do hope. Obviously people will be like, oh, if it's not true to the game, why even do it in the first place? And I get that, I feel that, but the game is so badly received, that aspect of it. I think a lot of people have said the story was a 6 out of 10, and everyone else is 10 out of 10. I mean, that kind of just says all you need to know. Okay, I'm going to leave that for later, because you're just going to bang your head against the wall when you don't have the powers unlocked. So it's grand, just come back later. It's all good. King Kong the game. Yeah, King Kong the game, very underappreciated. It was a launch title, and I think looking back, people see it for what it was. It was fantastic. Great movie as well. Another movie that wasn't appreciated in its time. There's a lot of stuff that's semi-unnecessary.
New England is well named.
Is Scotland more pleasant?
Like the whole weird giant insect thing when they like eat fucking Andy Serkis. That always like gets. I just don't like those kind of creepy crawlies. So that definitely gets under my skin. It just felt a little bit unnecessary. I think one of the best scenes in the movie, very unexpected, was you know, Kong versus like 2 T-Rexes, and something they haven't quite done in the newer ones, especially Skull Island and stuff. They tried though, but between Andy Serkis's amazing motion capture and Peter Jackson's great storytelling and great, you know, scenes, you know, actually became this way. I'm not too sure. Something the objective reminds me a fierce lot up in the compass. Reminds me of Horizon, where it's pointing you to the nearest fucking road instead of the nearest place. We're trying to get back to New Eden. That's another way, which is over here, you know. I'm definitely getting lost in the woods. I'm assuming you just want me to follow the road. It can't be that fucking hard. The road is up in the air. On the 2, the game narrative was graphic novel. Oh yeah, yeah. It was third-person shooter. I didn't even know. Did it come out here? Didn't even know they did that. Nice. Maybe it was only in Hindi, was it? That tends to put people off. It's hard enough these days just to get people to... Well, I suppose people are better now with anime. But you'll still find a lot of people who watch anime exclusively with the dub. When I was a kid, I didn't know much better, so like Dragon Ball and Pokemon had the dub. But, I mean, you could argue that they were better for the dub. I've watched many foreign films, and I love them all, you know. Look how easy these are compared to the Nest guys. Like, come on, look at insta-kill. Yeah, that Nest was a little bit of a later Nest, I think. That was tough.
And angry.
That's good. I'm glad we beat it, you know. I didn't give up. A bit pissy. Yeah, I always want people to be more open to foreign cinema. Because there are fantastic creators out there, and you're just doing yourself a disservice. Same way I feel about music. Anybody who's just exclusively a metalhead or someone who just likes modern pop music or rap, it's like, enjoy what you like, but don't do yourself a disservice and only just like that stuff. I get it if it's that one genre you like, but oh, that's a horrible, horrible frame rate. That's unfortunate. It must be a big wide open area. But yeah, you're just doing yourself out of a good time. Jesus. Are you good, sir? Can I help you? The land of the living. What are you doing in there? Creepy bastards. King Kong 05 now, movies grew up with you. Yeah, hell yeah. Isn't it mad how, like, we're coming up on 20 years of that? I must get a copy of that and play it. So season 2 might focus on part 2, hopefully. Shows narrative. It's best. Might focus on part 2. It definitely is. Like, I think the show finished the season 1.
Feels off.
But I do
The
think
veil is
that
thin here. The dead are many.
that the Last of Us show will probably have 2 or 3 seasons that's around the second game, because it's so big, you know. And there's a lot of stuff left on the ground. Like, there's a lot of time where Ellie travels across the country, you know. Like the first game, they do that. But it's pretty short when you look at their road map, you know. They kind of just travel up East Coast. And in the second one, like, she's going from fucking Boston and Washington. I always get those mixed up. There's Washington, D.C. and Washington State. She goes to Washington, and she goes down to, like, fucking Santa Barbara. She's all over the place. So there's a good bit there that we don't see. That's all just handled with cutscenes. There's a good part of that we don't see at all. So I would really love to see them do something there. Cool. I love these wide open areas. Calculate FPS to 50, is it? To 60. Okay.
You know this. Being with you.
Yeah, that might be got to do with the European standard, which is 50 hertz, 50 frames a second.
I have another in sight.
Tough nut, are you? Have a bit of this.
Nice. I didn't get hit at all there. It's pretty tasty. See? I think that's the standard. They have a good job at the leveling of the standard stuff, but that nest was just spicy. Now, it was released in India. Cool. December 2011. It was released prior to the movie. Really cool. Oh yeah. That must have felt very, like, vindicating, you know.
I feel the dark curse.
Lovely to see your country represented, right? Especially if it's in a good way, instead of in a bad way.
Could help us with this.
Performance of Jack Black. Yeah, he did a good job, right? Not a very likable character at all. I mean, that's the idea. He was a coward, but played very well. And that was pretty early in Jack Black's career as well. 2005, you know, he was still kind of Mr. Tenacious D. And really all he would have done seriously at that time was probably like Orange County, just kind of more serious comedy. I'm trying to think of other stuff he would have done. He played a lot of like bit parts as well. A lot of tiny parts. Some parts you see and it's like, that's Jack Black, oh my god. Yeah, this is long before he did his Kung Fu Pandas and his, it might have been just before School of Rock, right? When was School of Rock? I want to say like 07, 08, I don't know. Time is a giant puddle these days. Giant puddle. Trying to keep up anymore, it's tough. School of Rock was awesome. Like, it's one of those movies. That's why I feel like the first Shrek and a lot of firsts back then. Even How to Train Your Dragon, I know that came later, but something special about it. I recently watched a little bit of. Did you ever watch Cinema Sticks? It's a decent little channel. Danny Boyd. Just a nice little, especially for someone if you're thinking of getting into film, dude. You should look into it. Cinema Sticks, STIXS.
You dislike crows.
He brings up just different topics. Every video is different, you know. The recent one I watched was about Harry Potter and Home Alone, which was, you know, the first two Harry Potter movies were done by Christopher Columbus, you know, and he's known for Home Alone and all that. So they compared the both of them, and it was so crazy I didn't even see it, you know. And there's a reason why Harry Potter will feel like a Christmas movie. It's because of that. This feels like we're in like the fucking trenches of no man's land, World War I, you know. Not quite, but isn't it cool? And then there was like so many callbacks. You know, obviously, fucking Kevin and Harry. They even had this red knitted sweater during the end. Harry had it. There's a lot of little things. Each character kind of represents this person and that person. The burglars, the wet bandits were meant to be like Harry Potter's family and stuff like that. It was really cool. I never connected the dots like that. Chris Columbus is just fucking amazing, absolutely amazing director and writer. Sometimes he'll write something but not direct it, and vice versa. But you'll see his very, very notable stamp on things. Just another nest. I'm kind of afraid to do the nest now. I'm not gonna lie. I got absolutely wrecked by that last one. That's a good thing, right? For fear of it being too easy. Can we do this one? She didn't seem to have an icon. Is it because we're in the fog, maybe? I'm thinking so. We might have to clear out this fog first. There's no icon. Her Bane ring is going off, but no icon to interact with. Probably because, you know, Red can't fight in the fog. It'll kill him. So you probably have to clean it out, come back and do it. But yeah, I don't know if Cinema. I doubt Cinema Sticks is actually the Danny Boyd, is it? That would be mad. Would that blow my mind? I don't think so. I think it's just a. It couldn't be, like, you know. Is it him? No, it's probably more of a just a coincidence. It couldn't be the Danny Boyd. That'd be fucking wild to me. What do you think? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I think he got into a little bit of shit, that channel, over some theory or something. One of those, all those YouTube channels that happens. But I really enjoy that kind of stuff. To me, I don't try to overanalyze movies because I like to see them as art, you know. So there's things I like about movies, things I don't like, you know. But I'm not somebody who is like a camera. You know, when people go to film school or they want to get into this stuff, they see things. You see the you know, the magic, the fucking wizard behind the curtain kind of thing, you know. And you can't unbreak that illusion. So I hear a lot of people, and you can tell they're getting into scenes and camera work and that, and they'll break down every single bit of film and everything. And it's like, and it's really cool, but you can tell that they're no longer watching the movie, they're actually just hyper analyzing and hyper obsessing
There is
over
no way I'm breaking this.
the film
Let's find
they
something
used,
else then.
what millimeter, you know, what shot it was, the blocking, you know, between the actors, that kind of stuff. I try not to see that kind of stuff. I do like cinematography to a point, you know, but I'm not gonna lie and say I know more than just going, wow, that shot was beautiful, wow, I like this, like, you know. But mostly that just comes down to me calling out, like, whether it's a wide shot or how things are positioned in the shot. That's about it. Like, that's baby stuff, you know. So I don't like to get too much into it, because I feel like when you overanalyze anything, a fucking piece of film, music, games, anything, you're slowly but surely losing the magic of it. Sometimes just watching it as a movie watcher, just sitting back there enjoying it, is far more better idea. That's why I won't shit on blockbuster movies. Like, people might think I'll call something a blockbuster. There's a tag or something that's scratching my fucking back. I hate that. Don't you hate that? Those really cheap tags that are really fucking sharp for no reason. The edge of the cheap fabric. Yeah.
This will do nicely.
I can't fucking remember
I
what I was
wanted to
talking
put my
about.
legs up.
God damn it. Yeah, like the blockbuster stuff. Like, I understand how important that stuff is. Go that way.
Doors blocked on the other side.
Sometimes you just want to relax and have some popcorn and go see a great movie. So you need that as much as you want the auteur cinema, you know, and the best. Well, I argue that era of Hollywood is long gone, but we have some great movies still, you know. I find more of the art of cinema in foreign film these days, you know. Not that there's anything wrong with American or European film. It's just a different thing, you know. I think when it comes to a lot of European film, back in the day, it was so romanticized in every which way, you know. Very much always a lot of love stories, but even just, I mean, the idea of film, you know, the idea of capturing this story, everything was just very romanticized. Very much in love with their own architecture and their landscape, huge landscape shots, you know. You barely even see the actress sometimes. She'd just be sitting in the corner, wind blowing or something like that, you know. They're very much in love with their own countries and that. It was good. Great European cinema. And then on Irish and British, that was very homegrown as well. On the Irish side of it, we've always leaned heavily on comedy in our films, and then we switch it to drama real quick, and it gives you that extra impact. Especially nowadays, you'll see still a lot of like black comedy, as it's called, where it just means they're a little more hard-hitting and a little more sensitive jokes, but real as fuck, you know, that kind of way. British movies, they do love, you know, callbacks to their land. Very proud people, as are the Irish. I don't think we had too many Irish movies where it's just about Ireland, you know, that kind of way. Whereas you can literally count every second English movie is about England, something about it. Ireland, if we are going to speak about our country in a movie, it tends to be about the fucking hundreds and hundreds of years of being under British rule or something like that, you know. Like the most Irish of all Irish movies, like fucking Michael Collins, you know. That's the Irish independence right there. But yeah, but then yeah, obviously Europe's such a big place. So many, every different country is a different people, you know. You could say that about America with the States, but not so much, you know. I think you could probably split America into a couple of different chunks, and then you'd see the difference in people. Alright, I don't know if there's anything else I can get. Maybe I need to upgrade my weapons more. I was kind of standoffish at what to do about that, but maybe I need to. Let me have a look. I'm sorry to sit back down again. I'm at this point where my weapons are pretty damn decent, but I just don't know which one. I have 3 pairs for now. Clearly need something better. This one, defeat an enemy with melee attack, which restores 7% health. So that'd be good, that'd keep you going, but you're gonna lose a little bit of melee, but you get mad vitality. So maybe I need that. This one, the fortalight and heavy attack damage is increased by 50%. I think that's why we were doing a little bit stronger and then losing it. But yeah, cinema is awesome. I love to see it all around the world. Like, holy shit, I'm obsessed with Asian cinema for sure. I mean, that includes like Indian Bollywood stuff as well, but especially like Korean and just a little less, you know, less known stuff, especially when you go back, like maybe you weren't into that kind of stuff during the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Maybe you weren't born then, you know. So there's all this just wealth of foreign film just waiting for you. It's like a little tiny treasure trove, you know. Even just looking at the production stuff and the credits at the start just gets me giddy, because you're like, this is something different. Like, and I have a huge love of horror movies as well, and don't even get me started on the classic stuff, you know, Hammer films and the old classic monster stuff. It's wonderful. I even love the B movie stuff, and they would just use pounds and pounds of pig's blood and just exploding heads, the montages and the amount of exploding heads over the years. Like, we're missing all that stuff so much now. It's all just very much, we're so obsessed with slasher movies and final girl movies. Yeah, there's very rarely nowadays a true horror movie that I can point to and be like, wow, that's different. Things usually you can go and do like the kind of social horror movies, as I call them, like Jordan Peele stuff, or A24. Just anything they put out is just amazing. I don't know what it is. They have a very select style. They're just a film production company, but there's something about nearly every movie they have has a certain sprinkle of magic to them, and they're really just keeping me very much engaged in modern cinema, which a lot of stuff isn't, you know. You can watch your 27 Fast and Furious movie and just be happy, but there's far more out there, you know. I'm even getting a little bit disillusioned with Wes Anderson. I used to love his movies, even like Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is like a stop motion, you know, an animation movie. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just his style. Like, he's probably pushing like 10 to 15 movies at this point, so maybe like that style is kind of wearing on you a bit. It's become known for it, but at the cost of what? I don't know. But a lot of movie makers are like that, you know. There's very distinct kind of tells that they have, whether it's how they shoot their movies. I think someone like Christopher Nolan's become more known for IMAX, which is not a great thing in my opinion to be known for. But I'll tell you one thing, he's a master at his craft, because every time I watch one of his movies again, I see something different. Like, one of these coolest things is in Interstellar, when they very famously land on that water planet, but it's only like 3 foot deep. There's a little clicking noise that keeps happening in the background, and go back and watch it, you'll hear this clicking thing, and every time that clicks, it's actually a day in back on Earth, which is fucking crazy, right? Because in that whole scene, because of the way time dilation worked, they were gone for like 27 years or something, but they spent less than an hour on the planet. It was fucking insane. But so go back and watch that, and that scene, every time it clicks, that's a day gone by on Earth, and it happens every like less than 2 seconds or something. It's fucking insane, and you don't even notice it because it's just pure tense, and it's just part of the music. It's incredible. Same with like even his Dark Knight trilogy. There's so much little nods and little things that happen, especially in the first two. The Dark Knight Returns, or Dark Knight Rises even, I could tell he just wanted to get the fuck out of there. It's the most like haphazardly rushed kind of job I've ever seen. But the first two, like Batman Begins, because Dark Knight got so many awards and still lauded as one of the best comic movies of all time, and deserves it, but people sleep on Batman Begins, and it's so fucking good. Liam Neeson really just brings that power horse of a villain, and Christian Bale just finding his feet, you know, not quite the Batman we see in Dark Knight, and you see so much more of Bruce in Batman Begins, you know, his entire League of Shadows scene, just that wonderful fight on the ice, just everything. I thought it was great. You don't realize how little you see of Bruce in the Dark Knight, and then I think in the Dark Knight Rises you see way more, obviously, because he's down in that big prison and all that, and yeah, it's interesting to think, you know. It'd be interesting. I was looking at, I think Cinema Sticks even did a great speaking of Batman, a great video on Batman, but it was the animated Batman series during the time when they would put some of those into movies, you know. I remember them when they came to VHS. I didn't know they came to theater. That's just before I was fucking, you know, a bit more grown. But yeah, really cool. Really cool. Like, but that was one of the best animated comic book shows ever, was the Batman animated series. Just incredible. When I heard that they wanted to make every episode like a movie, it just clicked. It makes so much sense, even as an animated show, because even from the title cards were just these unique old like classic style posters, almost like Phantom of the Opera, you know. Just wonderful. Times were different. It's hard to believe what Warner Brothers has become now and what that used to be, and every other, even, you know, things like Animaniacs and all that at the time. They're just so far removed. They're not even the same company. Alright, let's try these. Let's level this up. We got so much stuff. Let's level it up. This will give us a bit more health as well. Fuck it. Let's level this bitch up. Alright, so as far as we can go for now. Okay, I need to find this striped wintergreen, which I didn't find. Alright, that's fine. And make sure, how do you know you're equipped? You just are. Okay, good. What else can we do? Yeah, I haven't been doing much here. Because you just don't know, you know, kind of when you get like a upgrade fucking anxiety because you don't want to upgrade something you shouldn't. Does this help with the punch damage? Yes, okay, so it's this one. This is the one we got. Every hit, punch, attack, increase the damage of the punch by 15%. Not feeling that. All I see is 3s and 2s, but I suppose 15% of 3 and 2 is not worth a shit. Alright, this one's already upgraded to 3 because we got it. Okay, so she should be fine. Nice, nice. School of Rock was 03. Okay, so that was before that. Nice. It'd be funny if he got his part in King Kong because of School of Rock. But yeah, so he would have been actually then just hitting his stride as a very decent actor. You know what's funny? Like, the dude is such a comedian. He's just a wild card, you know, Jack Black. But like most good comedians, they actually have a darker, serious side that should absolutely not be underestimated.
Almost there.
Look at that, he wasn't even blocking. If you look at like Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler, Eddie Murphy, any real comedian, you go watch some of their serious stuff. Trust me, you will be surprised.
You're within gun range, Red.
Jim Carrey with Eternal Sunshine, and Truman Show, of course, and even Number 23, which a lot of people shit on, and I get it. It's very strange. Just fantastic. Adam Sandler, Reign Over Me, still one of the only movies to really just get a tear out of me. Obviously Uncut Gems as well. Even Click, like Click is a comedy, but my god, there's a shift near the end there. So yeah, Adam Sandler, don't count him out. Let's see, do you see something? She sees something. When an actor and a great filmmaker and a great script comes together, it's pure fucking magic, and it's rare. It's getting rarer and rarer to find these days, I'll tell you that much. Good lord. I think, once again, this Madam Web, I hate to fucking hark on more comic book stuff, but Madam Web is another fine example of the state of things. The sheer fucking state of things. Does that help at all? Even the actors don't have a clue what's going on. They think they're part of the MCU. We know that Sony's Spider-Man cinematic universe is not part of the MCU. They can do crossovers and stuff, but nope, it's not the same. They've specifically said no. But the actors think they are. And there was a very telling interview where one of the dumbass morning show people were like, "Do you know you'll be doing 35 Marvel movies now?" And fucking Dakota Jones like grimaced. She actually grimaced. I'm like, oh wow, there you go. They don't want to be part of this world, man. They just want a fat fucking bag. And I haven't seen the movie. I don't want to completely write it off yet, but I've seen a lot of the clips, a lot of the dialogue, and I cannot believe that that is actual product that people are charging $25 to go see. The line delivery, the script itself, it's just horrendous. Now, Dakota Jones, I think that's her name, I don't know. I've never known her to be an incredible actress. All I know her from is she got railed in the 50 Shades of Grey movies, which themselves are a laughing stock, right? Look at this, like fucking Odin's bird. If you needed any more knowledge, this game was like God of War. Right? Is she known for anything else? Not to be mean on the actress, I don't know her. Am I supposed to hit that or something? Somebody's fighting down here. Hello? Damn. Jesus. Can we stop this guy? I think it looks like a new haunted story. We need to get down there.
Shite, that's Seeker. The witch.
It is the witch. What the fuck is going on? So yeah, I don't think she's any business. I think we're starting to see these constant giant CGI movies where you're just sitting in a giant blue room. How bad it's lending the actors, just they have nothing to go on.
What took you so long?
Sorry, we have to wait to creep across here. This is a friendly witch. She saved our life.
The Banisher who died for her novice.
Ah, the witch's novice.
I like that she can see her. Most people can't see her.
There, Antea.
Not surprised to see me?
Are you not surprised to see me?
Yeah. Do yourself a
You're a
favor.
little early.
Go watch
but
a movie
no.
that you wouldn't be your thing,
Not
you know?
surprised.
Try something new.
On my
Be
return,
surprised, you might like it.
Ceridian told me our poor wee Banisher
It's definitely
would
not
turn
good.
up
How's it going,
haunted.
part? Yeah, did you go see it? Have
A
you seen
haunted
Madam Web?
Banisher.
Oh, fucking hell.
Well, it is funny, isn't it?
I felt like it was, once again, another vehicle that was not created for comic book fans. I've said this for the longest time and I'll stand by it forever. A well-written, strong female character is not only a fantastic movie, but it stands the test of time. Things like Alien and Sigourney Weaver and everything. So this is not a male versus female thing. This is a modern, shitty, agenda-ridden writers that are trying to put, ham-fist some gender politics where they don't belong for no reason other than they feel slighted or they feel like they can, do better than someone else just because of their gender. I don't know. That's what I was saying. Like, we've had toxic masculinity for hundreds of years and it still exists. Look at Andrew Tate and all them. But we're reaching this horrible other side of things, which is the fucking toxic femininity, if there is such a thing. Like, women are beautiful things, but these are these Karens in disguise, went to film school, maybe felt they have a chip on their shoulder about this and that, and decided to take it out on like comic book fans and Disney fans and Star Wars fans, anything that was possibly male dominated before. And like, what really they speak for is equality, and then immediately go against that, because that's not what this is about. This is about getting their own back for years of maybe not being taken seriously in the film industry, or felt like every other job was given to a man instead of them, or I don't know what it is, but there's such a stink all over these movies. It's just a stink, and they don't realize that they're destroying entire franchise. It's not about male or female at all. You're destroying characters forever, luckily it's comic book shit, so you can just come up with something else down the line. But there's characters that you've created that can never be fixed. I don't think Thor can ever be fixed now. I don't think Ant-Man can ever be fixed. Big fucking deal. I don't really care. You can do different iterations of it, but it's just, and Madam Web is like just another point of that, and I don't understand what they're going for. The fuck was the point of it? Like, Madam Web done right, obviously she's had many different iterations herself. She doesn't have to start off as an old woman who's blind and can go through the Spider-Verse and all that. I get it. And there is certain stories that are centered around a more detective style Madam Web. But what the fuck was the point of all the other Spider-Women and all that? Like, where did any of that come into it? It was just weird. Spider-Women, hear me roar.
Can we help?
A good, strong female
never asked.
character can stand on her own
Some of my
without
spirit
shoving it
chasers went
down
out.
their throats. And the sad part is, these are
That's
meant
how
to
old
be
Saul crossed the hem.
fucking
The hem.
role
hem.
models for this
Where the
generation
fabric
of
the
young
living
girls.
world meets that of the dead.
And all of those role models are telling you is man
The veil
bad,
between
woman
the
good,
visible and the invisible.
writing bad,
Whatever soothes your soul, Banisher.
And I get it, it's been the other way for
Yes.
hundreds and hundreds of years, but
Tell us how
you've
to
now
fix
just
the
created
spirit
two
chasers.
wrongs,
The spell is cast.
absolutely
You need only light them.
masculine, dominant
Be careful.
professions and
Old
industries.
Moss said won't have gone
It's
far.
not healthy at all. Never
I'll
was.
Sit down now.
But
Good luck.
now we're gone too far into the way.
Have fun.
It's so weird. So they're actually doing themselves a disservice. They're destroying anything that's been built up, all for the sake of, I don't know, settling a score from when they were a kid, or I don't know. I couldn't even tell you who were they writing these movies for.
So, how do we do this?
We light the spirit chases with flint and steel, I guess. I think.
People like will refuse to talk about this stuff because they'll let it come off as you being sexist or being toxic or whatever. And it's a lot of bollocks. If we don't talk about this stuff, this is exactly how something like where Disney has got to where it is, you know? You can't shy away from this stuff. I don't care how uncomfortable it makes you feel on either side. Karens and executives with fucking horrible ideas of you know, proper representation. Just feels like they're throwing people of color a bone because it sells tickets now, but as little as 10 years ago you wouldn't give them a shot, you know? It's just, but people can't see the forest from the trees because times are good now, you know, that kind of way. And that's the way I feel about it too. It's like, is it really even necessary to bring this stuff up? Is people are getting roles, and that's important, you know? People from all walks of life are getting rewards and awards and roles, and that's all that matters, really. But if it's all just for the sake, because this is like a thing that sells now, you know,
Something's here.
I worry that it's all fake, you know, and then I worry that it'll all go away then, you know. It sucks. I think people that are good at what they do will shine no matter what gender they are, what sex they are, what colour their skin is, you know. Talent shines through.
Something's concealed.
But there's far too much of old Hollywood still there, and they are bigoted, racist pieces of shit. Always have been, always will be. Generations of it. We've seen it time and time again. We're still trying to get over the fucking Weinsteins, for Christ's sake, you know. And the list goes on. And to think that it's not fucking thousands more like Weinstein still in Hollywood, you'd be mad. You'd be mad not to see that. Madam Web will be a downfall, yeah. But this is like dud after dud after dud, you know. It's not just one bad one out of the bunch. This is a pattern. This is a horrible pattern. And it's just even on Sony's side, like the Venom movies were fine, completely serviceable, but nothing that you could ever sit back and put on your you know, forever list. That's why, and to me, jeez, am I supposed to be scared of that? That's why I always come back to it. It seems like I harp on it, but it comes down to writing.
He's on my side.
We got to fight this big old bastard. It's writing. Writing has achieved an all-time low, and it's a mix of people with agendas and constantly trying to write something because it's representation instead of just being a good story. Okay, so that leads back there, you know. There was a time when you had a great idea, you would just write it like that. You could always see that there was a pattern of, you know, racism hidden very well in Hollywood, like when it comes to like whitewashing and things like that. It's been that way forever, you know. But now we have this thing where they're going back, and instead of just writing great stories, a lot of the time, you know, I know there's a lot of generalization here, so that doesn't really apply, but yeah, it's not always the case. But a lot of just, you know, the Hollywood that is now, like the Disneys and that, you can see that they're trying to redo, remake, and then just change this character or put this character in here because that's representation. And it feels like a lie, you know. It feels like you're just throwing someone a bone because it sells.
This isn't over yet.
He's on my side.
This guy is like Odin. Can't actually hit him. He's more like a bad bastard, is he? Okay.
Here's one more.
Nice. That was easy. I'll drink from your skull.
From your skull.
Yeah, good luck with that. I'm gonna kick your ass. I hope this is like a mini boss. You know me, I love mini bosses. Kingdom Planet Apes serves new trilogy. Oh my god, really? Good god. They really are just draining every one of these franchises, aren't they? Jeez. I didn't even think like those Planet of the Apes movies did that well, did they? I think they did okay, but you know, connecting yourself to fucking what's his name? James, I don't know his fucking name anymore. Fuck's his name? James Franco, there we go. These problematic people, I tend to just erase them out of my mind. It's probably not for the best. I thought John Lithgow did amazing. He was the father with the he's getting like dementia. John Lithgow is a great actor anyway. But yeah, like Jesus, like over the decades and decades of movies I've watched, there's incredible actors from all walks of life, you know, all skin colors and different upbringings, and just wonderful. And you know, maybe they didn't get the same chances to everyone else, but when they do, just fucking fantastic. And sadly, a lot of it comes a bit too late in their careers. No doubt they have to fight tooth and nail for every part. Or like maybe you have a thing where it's like you don't see a lot of Asian leads or black leads, and they're always like the sidekicks or something like that. That's wrong too. I'm glad times are changing. I just want to change for the right reason. I don't want it to be just because it fills Disney's pocketbook, you know. You know, it's not really my place to speak on this stuff anyway, because I'm just a stupid fucking white Irishman. I don't know anything about struggle over my skin color, you know, my upbringing. It's a very different world out there. Really, the only people that should be telling those stories are the people themselves, you know. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes did really well, and then it's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and then it'll be like a third one. Oh, Morbius, yeah, fucking hell. And then I don't think Venom 2 was received very well. COD Zombies, okay, nice. Jonathan Majors being out from Disney's recast. Yeah, it's true. It's probably for the best just move away, you know. Do a joke and move on. There's no need to bother with that anymore. Honestly, it's for the best. Even besides all this abuse, he seems like quite a problematic dude. We're just talking about actors that deserve a break. And there's those that do this immediately fuck it up. Okay, so where would the last one be? This objective marker is just horrendous. Just all over the place. I have more than 3, even though I have 2 done. Would they not just take care of them?
I'll get you too.
Trying to find the place where I didn't go. Thinking this is trying to help us.
Turn and flee, you cowards!
I can't hit him yet.
Is that the sound of a corpse cocking its gun? I'm not gonna stay down.
I didn't mean to do that.
Away with you.
What does that mean in the middle there? Bitch ass. It's just such a simple map. OG World at 101. It's like 3 rooms, right? But it's iconic. Reminds me a lot of
Is that them all?
fucking
Don't
stuff.
count on it.
Reminds me a lot of the old
one
Halo
next.
maps, you know.
That
That's
one
why
next.
things gotten so complicated with that. People just want the old stuff back. So they use those old maps, you know. Well, don't worry, you'll have plenty of nostalgia. Like they're gonna double down hard on Black Ops. We're going to get Black Ops Gulf War in October, and then what this is going to do is it's going to kind of relaunch Black Ops by vetoing some of the older ones. They want to stay around the 60s and stuff. That's 3 out of 3.
This should be enough.
There. Witchcraft is easy.
Like I felt bad what
Don't know
happened to
what the fuss
Jeanette
is about.
McCurdy, like
I'm
the
sure
mom
your
treated
witch
her
friend
daughter
would
like in
agree.
the wrong way.
I
Like,
think I'll just tell her we're done.
yeah,
Wasp crowed up,
just
I
another
stuck her
child
rose and
actor.
stung him angry.
I'm telling you, there
A
should
lost
be a
battle,
massive
a betrayal,
investigation done
Cowardice in the
into
ranks.
Disney
Who knows?
and Nickelodeon and any that ever employed any children, because yeah, a lot of it comes down to the parents for sure, because
Useless.
she does some cop
Well, it's
on
a
to
colony,
protect her
we
child instead
all
of
go fair.
raking in the money, but you know, they were led to believe that these children would be protected. Like, I think very much what happened to Amanda Bynes, like, she is off the deep end completely now. That's fucking sad, you know? It's sad. Clearly there was probably some drugs involved, as there always is, but they tend to fall deep into these drugs, alcohol, whatever they can get their hands on, trying to escape all the
Seeker's
shit
vanished. She does that.
that they went
She's
through.
over there.
What's wrong with this stuff is it's just like in social media. We go through this fucking cancelling phase and then nothing is done. Like, it's not, the evidence is never brought to the proper authorities. None of it holds up in court. Like the whole Dan Snyder stuff. Like, that man's clearly a creep. All we have is the weird evidence. But no actual proof. I don't think any of them want to speak out. Alright, this seems to be the hummingbird thing, right? Let's see if we can get the hummingbird chest. Frame rate's been a little bit more dodgy this stream, unfortunately. Last couple of sessions were fine though. We're like 10 hours into the game. Sub-Desert Resistance. The fort remains. Nice. A lot of dead bodies around here because of the old wars. Right, is this where the key comes into it? I guess so. I wish they'd tell you, like, unlocked or something. I don't fucking know. Pieces of 8. Like, even on a surface level, all those child performers in singing and in TV, like, they were worked to the bone. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, key to hummingbird. There we go. Okay, that's better. They do tell you. The white crow. Now watch me have upgraded fucking Antia's stuff and then immediately get something better. I fucking hate it. What's persistence? What does that do? I need to know what that means. Persistence. Increases Antia's spirit points to you. Okay, nice. So she sticks around longer. This one's better. Wrath. I'm guessing that's like powers. Increases wrath. Increases manifestation damage. Ooh. Wisdom is the punch damage. Okay, so which is more wisdom? Honestly, neither. Spirit. You know, it's not that much better. But I'll take it. Spirit points gains are increased by 20%, but melee damage dealt by red is reduced. No, I don't want that. Each enemy hit by punch increase. Okay. Don't like that at all, I'm sorry. Oh, this one dodging with Athena increases the next damage. Okay. It's tough. At least the gear is interesting to switch between, you know. Gear is usually superfluous, where it's like, oh, the next one just a slightly bit better than the last one. This one's completely different. But yeah, then like that was the basic stuff. Overworked kids, child actors and child performers, and all the way up to just sheer abuse. I don't think many of them made it out of Disney or Nickelodeon with their entire you know, brain, their entire I think it's a mix of like hanging out with adults when you're too young, no proper social circles of people your age, and then even just things like not being able to go to high school, and that as much as high school has its own level of trauma with bullying and stuff, it's an important rite of passage. These days it's not though. Now it's in fear because of school shooters and stuff, so
Did I see you
that's
talking to
broken.
a crow just now?
Yes and no.
Are these your crows? My little witch friend?
All ready to go then? Good. She's waiting for you.
See your mistress. A real
where?
witch in action.
To see your mistress.
Hopefully it's good
Cerulean,
zombies,
yes.
yeah.
In a
Ben
boat.
Snyder, yeah.
It'll be
This gameplay's
fun.
giving me more. I told you,
No,
God of War for
we're
sure.
going to
My public
New
opinion is that
The nightmare's
stamina
grip on the world
is the
too
best part.
strong. The fog is too thick.
Yeah.
You cannot enter its stronghold. There's no way back to the meeting house. Not yet. And not without help.
Maybe we can
We've
get rid of the
done
mist.
fine on our own so far.
Like we all grew up
You're dead.
with those TV shows, right? Maybe even
Maybe
watch
not
them
doing
now.
quite as well as you think.
And I agree,
You're
and it's
blunt,
super
but I
hard to
take
look
your
back and
point.
realize that those
We'll talk to
memories that you
Cerulean before
had,
we move on.
those things that you enjoyed,
That's better.
were all created through
Follow me.
abuse and blood and tears, you know?
Careful.
It's-
Don't rock the
it's fucked
boat.
up. And it's fucked up. We as humans are insanely gifted at destroying ourselves and others and hurting each other.
Have
It's
we
one of
far
our
to go?
greatest gifts.
How far is far?
There's some that do some
Don't
good
worry.
out there.
You'll be safe.
Safe.
The Mire is home to many angry spirits. When my mistress
Stars have
stops
grown up in their 30s, yeah. But most of them can't hold a relationship down, or they're messing with minors and stuff. Like, look at Drake from Drake and Josh. That guy, he going to prison. It's actually where he should be. And remember, I say this and it usually rings true. The stuff you hear
That spectre you
is
fought
usually
looked like a
10% of what's
harvester.
actually going on.
Banishers and their labels.
Even the most heinous shit.
He'll surely be back.
So will I.
Like, I bet you that, well, what's that one? She seems like pretty well put together. iCarly one. What's her name? Amanda
The veil
Cosgrove or
seems
something.
thinner here.
I bet you
Always
she
has
has
been.
some stories. Like, even when
We
she
call
was the
them
little
the Mire
sister of Drake and
Marshes,
Josh,
but the nearby
she had
tribes
that
call
weird
it the ill match.
child-adult thing going on, you
Stay
know?
too long.
Macaulay
You get
Culkin was
sick.
another. A lot of those.
Is that why
You hate to
civilians
say it, but
both
that's
swing
usually
faster than
indicative
they
of
should?
some childhood
That
trauma
is because she
that
is
caused
dying.
them to
I'm
grow
sorry.
up
Life's
so
a journey.
quick.
Death is but
Sometimes
one
it's
step.
just a death in the family that can be really life-changing to a child. But it can go all the way to some deep, dark shit, you know?
This is almost as lovely as that
You
ride through
hope it's not,
Heathengard.
but that's usually where
All
it
we're
comes down
missing
to.
is the hailstones and the rush
Fortunately, you
hours
have to
on
wait,
hills.
you know,
I'm sure we can arrange something.
20 years later
We
until
do
they put
plan
out
the
a
best escapes.
autobiography. It's fucking late then.
What a mess. What happened here?
Place.
Men happened.
War, yes.
War happened.
French Indian War. I don't know if you even call that anymore. Wasn't this like when was the 7 year? Oh, I'm thinking of something else.
The spectres on the shore aren't moving.
The marshes are well protected.
Are those soldiers?
Oh, maybe it was
That
about. No, that was the
is
17. No,
Duarte.
that was not for another 60,
His
70
old
years.
Saul's army.
Close enough. Yeah, it sucks that these things can happen.
It's all Saul.
You know, you want
does he want?
such goodness
Destruction.
and then such
bloodshed.
evil.
Ceridian's head on a plate.
And something as simple
Them
as just
should know each other
cartoons, you know?
once.
Miranda Crosby, that's it. What did I say? Amanda. That's
You
close enough.
Banishers are
Drake got
so
divorced.
Arrogant.
They messed up.
He's
No, he
Ceridian's
ended up going to
business.
prison, I think.
Because we don't
He was
interfere.
caught messing with minors. Like one kid says Gibby, he does the stick up. Gibby. I don't know what that one's from. She was so young when she was in School of Rock. Yeah! That was even before Drake and Josh. Oh, I don't know, man. She was tiny in Drake and Josh. She's probably close though. Look at this place.
Welcome to Ceridian's Island.
Cool.
There is much power here.
Oh, you noticed that, did you? Like I say, welcome to Ceridian's Island.
Nice. I thought we were just going back to New Eden. This is a whole different chapter. I like this. Whoa! Careful now. Though Disney is kind of muddying the waters, one thing I continue to see, and even more so now, is just a great representation of people in video games. Not so much Japanese, they've always been very weird and nationalist. I think there was like a 20-year period where they didn't even put a person of color in an RPG. It's like,
She's
what
at
the
home.
fuck?
And
But nowadays
expecting you.
things seem to be a bit
Follow
better.
the path until you find a black pond near ancient
But
ruins.
you still hear talks of, you know,
I'll see you
Asian
there
hate
soon
out of
enough.
nowhere, and just racism in general. What the fuck? We have to stamp it out. It's the only way. Call that shit out when your friends do it. It's the only way to do it.
How does she do that?
You shame these fuckers.
It's a
in
trick.
front of people and they'll never do it again.
There's more to that one than tricks.
It's not, most of them, it's not their fault.
The
They
girl
learn it
is
from
gifted.
their parents. But if you don't walk on this earth learning the mistakes of your parents, what the fuck are you doing? Your life is pointless. You gotta learn from them. Nobody's parents are perfect, no matter how good they are. Trust me. Learn from their mistakes. Learn from their journey.
What is this?
Banisher rule number 3. Remember Whiz Beach
This
Bog?
is fast travel.
Aye. I'll not poke this thing with a stick.
So whenever I do hear children growing up and being racist or whatever because that's how their parents taught them, that's ignorance. It's pure blatant ignorance. Absolutely they may have bad upbringing, but it's up to you to rise above that. Yeah, it's going to be the hardest thing you've ever done in your life, but trust me, you're going to see a huge generational leap in emancipation in the next generation, this generation, because these are going to be the kids of YouTubers, fucking freak show Instagram, fucking hyper sociopaths, you know. Imagine being a child growing up in that. So you're going to see a huge inflation of emancipation where they legally remove themselves away from their parents. I don't fucking blame them. I don't fucking blame them. I have no doubt in my mind that'll happen. You can't grow up. No, I see these kids of these ostracized family YouTubers, and they're like, I'm not even on social media anymore. I can't move without thinking about that stuff. Just completely turned against it. You can imagine, man. It must be so painful to go through that stuff. What's this? Is this more lighting of the beacons? No. Okay. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. We took on a nest and it took me 3 attempts. That's how difficult it was. So clearly there's a bit more weight to combat. Yeah. Let's see. How's the PS5 version?
If you need a
It's
fire
very
to
good.
warm you up.
We're having a couple of little slowdowns, but no crashes or anything. Just little things that a couple of updates will do. This one as well, it's only $60. And it's from the guys who did Life is Strange, but they also did that vampire game. You might have gone PS Plus. And Remember Me. Do you remember me? Do you remember me? It was a really cool game on the PS3 and Xbox 360, set in the future. It was combo attacks, and you could set up your own combos. But also you could do these creepy like Matrix things where you could look into people's memories and move stuff around to make them to believe other stuff. It's kind of cool. Nice. Yeah, we need to get more for red. I need more just straight up damage. They don't give you damage stores. Training Banish. Banish enemy restores 20% health. Death Blow. Hell yes. Perfect switch. Right after hitting an enemy. Rifle stock attack. Okay. Okay, that's good as well. So we do more damage and if they're higher. Yeah, life is fucking tough enough without leaving trauma in the people around you. Jesus Christ. Just so, yeah. Josh from Drake and Josh, he became a YouTuber and he fucked around with the Team 10 shit at that time, you know. But he seems to kind of be more switched on. I'm not gonna lie, I never liked that dude. But he's not giving me any reason to hate him.
Nah, but you can't cook.
Go figure, huh? I remember he was in this movie, it was about bullying. I think it was called like Mean Creek or something like that. And he played the bully in it, and he played it so well. I'm like, this is back when he was a chubby dude, you know? Probably got bullied himself. It was really fucked up. It's kind of like the whole premise is they end up killing the bully. And it's like, oh fuck. It's very much like Stand By Me or something in the vein of like a horrible lesson of coming
These
of
wounds
age.
are too strong to be removed.
Okay.
I wasn't going to try my hand at them anyway.
Something for later. Look at these little tiny little dolls and effigies. That might be a nod. But anyway, like besides all the turn 10 stuff, I'm just trying to get around.
Hanging dolls. Witches do like to be creepy.
As a child, I made dolls just
You know,
like
the
those.
cloud of the Paul brothers and all that.
I bet you did.
Never seemed to get into any controversy or anything. I don't know. The OFs really discussed me again. Made a huge controversy. Yeah, you've talked about that before, which is interesting. I think that's probably part of your upbringing as well. Like, how do you feel about like strippers? You know, don't go as far as in OnlyFans, but how do you feel about those? Is that like just some kind of goofy fun that you have on a bachelor party? It's okay. I think it's just different. People are introduced to, you know, everyone has like a sexual side, you know, even if you're like asexual, still stuff you're aware of. Just
Seeker's Black
depends
Pond.
how
I can
much you're,
see why they
and
call
everybody
this
has
the
their
ill
little
month.
awakening at different time in their life, you know. Some people have it in their teens, some people don't have it till they're married in their 30s or whatever.
What is that?
It's all good. That side of us is
Antea?
as strong and as important as your spiritual side, your physical side, all that kind of stuff. It's just part of being a human, you know. It's hormones and chemicals, but also that primordial animal side too. And to deny all that kind of stuff is stupid, you know. And what ends up, anyone who denies that stuff and shuts it off, it ends up coming out in a huge explosive way, usually to horrible effects, hurting themselves and those around them. And that's another side of why I've always hated religion. Religion is the great destroyer of human emotion. Just trying to be a normal, everyday person. Why that has anything got to do with spirituality, I will never know. You know, it's just emotions. Horrible. Organized religion is the worst thing to happen to humankind. More so than fucking nuclear warheads, because we have destroyed thousands of years. You know, crusades, everything, all in the name of God. Madness, madness, I tell you. But yeah, when it comes to that stuff, the OnlyFans stuff, I get it. Like, the problem is it's just so in your face. You know, this kind of stuff has existed long before OnlyFans, and it'll exist long afterwards as well. You know, it's just sex, and like before that we had fucking cam models and chatterbait and
No, that's
Omegle.
not quite true. I knew who I was. It's just
Does
I
Antea
was
have a dark
lost,
secret?
and I had nowhere to go. I had no when to
But when
go.
it's so in your face, I get
that
it.
make
It's like,
sense?
Jesus.
Time
Especially Twitter.
lays
Twitter's
traps
gone
for
to
the
hell.
dead. It's never fair.
No matter what you comment on,
His voice was
it's just pussy
a
and bile.
beacon, the light in the darkness that led
And that's
me
a
back
witch
to
if I
me
ever saw one.
and to the world.
You
CyberHoudini.
have a powerful connection, you two. Or will have.
Is there a chance?
had.
She may be the one to help us resurrect Antea.
Possibly all three.
Look at that face, man. Oh. You know her? She seems awfully nice.
And here he is, the other banisher.
One in the physical realm,
Greetings.
one in the spectral.
Good day.
Come, sit. It's been too long.
Have we met?
Of course we have. Just now. Also later.
You always have that
Decades
grandma
ago.
feel, and then you're like, nope, I'll
Never
kill you.
mind. It's good
What is
to
that?
see
Basket
you,
full of
Ret
souls?
McRae.
I told her our story. I hope you don't mind.
Such an ordeal. I'm so very sorry you have to go through it. How hard it must be for you both.
Thank you.
But now you're
Can we
here
trust her?
together, and I'm glad. Because you'll only
Mean
be
Creek,
able to end this
Rory Culkin,
together.
Carly from Lizzie McGuire, actor from Jurassic Park 3.
Zabadoo.
Well, am I thinking of the same movie then? I think so. Yeah. Good old Rory Culkin. He was one of those guys just so hard to get out of the shadow of Macaulay Culkin, because even after his acting had kind of dried up, the drugs and everything else, he just never got out of the spotlight. But Rory Culkin is a cracking little actor on his own, just never quite appreciated. I think most people just recognize him as Wallace from Scott Pilgrim.
You brought us here.
He's done a lot more than that.
Why?
Still
You
would.
have many questions. And I have
We don't know if
little
she's a
time.
grandma yet, though. She's
I
you know,
have a
bitty.
few breaths left yet, but yes,
I like all these weird, like,
this is the
finger
twilight.
Painting and stuff they're
Still,
doing.
After the darkness comes
Lizzie
the
McGuire.
dawn.
Carly from Lizzie McGuire.
You're dying.
That is
Soon I'll be one
hell
with
of a
the
callback.
trees, root and bark.
I was too old for Lizzie
But that
and
is not why
Zoe
I asked you
101,
here.
but I was aware of them.
Dearest, dears, the path ahead is yet unclear.
Carly
But
Schroeder.
know this. If you are to defeat the nightmare,
Better.
your hearts must be open. Open, of course, to each other. No barriers. Your bond must be
Oh
strong.
yeah, Lizzie McGuire. That's a random callback. It's not even on her IMDb. She must have only been in a couple episodes, was she? IMDb. Does anyone remember a time before IMDb? I don't. Can we defeat it? Yeah, that's the question. We're a little bit unsure right now.
How can we defeat it?
She's
How
strong.
can we even begin to match its power?
You surrender unconditionally
Huh?
to each other.
Oh.
When you died, dear Antea, New Eden crumbled, but some yet live.
Yeah, she's only in 12
Seek
episodes of
them
Lizzie
out.
McGuire.
Help
But,
them.
but you knew who she was. You
A
must be a
nightmare
super
won't like
fan.
that.
Damn, DBG.
No.
You pulled that one on your ass.
You
Holy
are,
shit.
after all, a threat
only in
to
12
her
episodes.
existence. And rightly so. She believes you cannot reach
She's
into
in
her
Babe
domain.
Pig in the City, man. I love
She
Babe.
is wrong. There is a way.
The good old pig
The
movie.
void. A dreadful place
Roald Dahl, I
beneath
grew
both
up with
the
Roald Dahl books.
incarnate and the invisible. When you have
Super
learned
fan
to
back then.
walk the
I
void,
knew it. I knew it.
you may
With all these
use
shows,
it
yeah.
to enter the
Hey, it's
nightmare's
a good
den.
upbringing.
First, you must free the people of
For me,
New
I was
Eden from
older,
her
so I
grip.
was Sit by the Bell, stuff like that, you know. Sit by the... Yeah, what is the void? Clearly. Place
What is
between...
this void?
Yeah.
If there's a place beneath the incarnate and the invisible, this is the first I've heard of it.
Now you have,
Mummy.
and not before time.
Malcolm in the Middle,
That's
yes.
enough for now.
What a great show.
Is it
Walter
safe?
White before us.
What will we find there?
Hal,
Who knows
like,
what you'll
Bryan
find?
Cranston as Hal.
It ebbs and flows,
It's
expands
better
and
than Walter White, I
contracts,
swear to God.
twists and
The amount of
turns.
shit. They
But
should
you
do a
won't
Malcolm in the Middle, but
find
it's just
safety.
Hal. Like the stuff he would get
In
up
the
to.
void,
Apparently the
safe
showrunners would just
has no
throw
meaning.
things at him and
Just
see
know
what he
this.
would say no to,
The
and he
moment
just
you
never
enter
said no.
it,
So
you
they have
must
parts where he's just
escape.
shaving his body in the
In places,
naked.
the void
Hey,
is
proper, how's it going?
breached.
Hello, hello. How was your
Follow
weekend,
the
man?
beacons. Do
Drake
not
and Josh.
stray, and all
It's so
will be
random.
well.
24 Prison Break.
Our seeker crafted
You go
a
from
tuning
Zoe
key.
101 to 24
With
Prison
it,
Break.
You may open
Flight
the breach.
21 down. I don't know that one.
Don't linger.
The show.
Time is fickle.
Fresh Prince, yeah. Nick at Night. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, reruns is where it's at for sure. She sells some stuff. Alright, little witch. Let's
Would
see
a
what she
hedge
got.
witch have something?
I always
Call her a hedge witch. That's mean. Spectral dust. So she, oh, I get it. She's, oh no, she sells some cool stuff here. Let's see, spiritual's parasite. Wow. Okay, so that one would help Antea more. That makes sense. All this stuff probably helps her. Manifestation damage, weaving duration, brooch. And some, I saw some real cool armor, but it was very expensive. Exiler attire, hitting enemy with the rifle, increase the damage of the next manifestation. Right, let's see how different that is. So that means your rifle then switch over to Antea and do a manifestation. Enemy with a manifestation, because this is all manifestation stuff. Some of this stuff is a little harder to get. That's why it's so expensive. Once you got here, equipment, I just splits it up differently. Okay, cool. How is Helldivers 2 going? If you guys want to check out some Helldivers 2, some Grand Blue, and a few other games that I don't get to, Proper is definitely the guy to check out. I know they've been having some server issues. Have you found that at all? Like, is the queues difficult, or I don't know. I think what's happening is they're trying to spin off more, and Sony's kind of giving them the runaround a little bit, you know. I think they're giving them a certain server budget, right? But they should make an absolute exception, because you know, if they can get 1 million people in them, get them like this thing of holding things off at 450k. If it pushes to 1 million, let them do it. You know, the sky's the limit. It's a huge runaway success. There's no point doing that and then allowing more servers 3 months from now when everyone's moved on. You've got a very specific window for Helldivers 2. On PlayStation especially, it's about 3 weeks until Final Fantasy Rebirth comes out. On PC, it'll have legs for days, for years, you know, if the content is there. A little bit tougher on PlayStation because they're so used to just COD, Fortnite, play a new game, COD, Fortnite, you know. It's much tougher. I think the retention on consoles is just diabolical on all of them, you know. Nintendo's a little bit different because it's just so closed off, so people will constantly go back to Smash and Mario Kart and that. But we'll see. I want to see how this new Princess Peach game goes. I might get it. It was kind of cool, but I want to see. I think you're going to have such a host of the smaller, younger demographic going, that's a girly game. I played the old Super Princess Peach back on the DS or the Game Boy Advance. It was okay, you know. It was definitely not Mario. It was like obsessed with this like parasol. She had the little umbrella. It was okay, you know. It was closer to something like Wario Land, Super Mario Land, Wario Land. But we'll see what this one's like. It's giving me kind of newer Paper Mario vibes. We'll see. Because I think it's all but confirmed now that the Switch 2 won't be out till next March. They're going to wait for that 8-year anniversary, which is a lot. But it is what it is. Really, you're just waiting another 4 months, you know. Like at most, it would have been out September, October this year, but it looks like they want to give them extra time. I'm hearing that the word on the grapevine is that the third-party support wasn't there for launch. They were still playing hard to get, so this is going to give them more time to get the developer kits, you know, and stuff, because they're going to want a huge library. Now, I have not heard anything about another Super Mario Odyssey, even though it's been 7-8 years. So I don't know what's going on there. I've heard more about a Donkey Kong 3D game, like a huge open world Donkey Kong game, and I hope that's real because it's about time the boy Sean. You know, we got Donkey Kong Country Tropical Breeze, which is great, but he deserves. You know, it's time. It's time. So that could be a launch, and obviously Metroid Prime 4, which is nearly 10 years in development at this point. It's gone through 3 in-house fucking studios, and it's horrible because it's a great series. Honestly, at this point, they should be pushing it towards like a trilogy, you know, split it up or something. I don't know. It's a disaster. Like the first 3 Metroid games are fantastic. We got the Metroid Prime remaster, the first one, which is great. I want to see if we get the second one. It's got secretly my favorite. What's it called? Dark Echo? No, it's just Echoes. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, I think. I want to say, yeah, I keep thinking it's Dark Echoes because it's the birth of Dark Samus. And it's really weird. It's almost eldritch slime monsters and just goo everywhere. It's great. It's almost like a horror game. It's wonderful. Where the first one's kind of more cut and dry, trying to be close to Metroid as we know it. You know, Ripley's in there for no fucking reason. Or Ridley, I always call him Ripley because of Aliens, but it's Ridley. Anyway, we'll see. I don't want Metroid to disappear, and it's high time to bring Star Fox back. Come on, like, people want F-Zero, and me too, but Star Fox, come on.
Well, you know,
in a world where we can't get Crash, Spyro, and Jack and Daxter back, and Sly Cooper, where are they at? Give me Star Fox.
How fun it is to see.
Do like a crazy art style with it. They are the puppets, you know.
Ways to enchant an item.
Like Jim Henson puppets, but it's Star Fox.
Seeker. Maybe of
last time we got a true Star Fox game, it was a weird one, Star Fox Adventure. She kind of run around,
you too.
And it was based on a older game. It was called Dinosaur Island, and it became Star Fox Adventure. It was one of the last games that Rare worked on for Nintendo before Microsoft swooped them up. It's crazy to think the amount of output that Rare had. Now we just can't get anything out of them. They used to do like fucking Banjo, Grabbed by the Ghoulies, all those. If you've seen Rare replay, there's just so many bangers. It's kind of sad, but the word is we're getting a new Banjo. It's just they're working on it like really intensive. I think it's probably going to be done by a third-party studio.
We'll be off.
I think we'll get some good PlayStation games this year, like just not established franchise games.
What do you mean?
We'll get Until Dawn remake.
We'll
get Twisted Metal game probably.
What did you choose?
A few others. Astrobot game as well.
Lives for a life. An expensive
and Xbox year is off the charts.
I made a promise.
And they should be pretty secure until 2026. After that, though, we'll see. Problem with these studios is they work so hard on making a game that they forget to reload the chamber. When they're finished, you should be working on a smaller game like Hi-Fi Rush or the next big game. But they don't. And then they spend 3 years in limbo where it's kind of incubation for games, and the budget runs out, and then you can't pay your employees, and then the fucking giant studio is gone, you
Help
know.
yourself and take all the help.
Oh, I
you
will,
need.
Mrs. So a nice witch, but when she wants something, handcrafted tuning key opens void breaches. Interesting. I wonder if that those purple effigy things. We'll see. I couldn't get in last night, but it seems to work around. Okay, nice. Someone invites you in. Okay, cool. You found a workout. I'm glad. Sorry, it's having so much issues. It's just really high in demand. The word going around, this sounds so ridiculous, but it's enough to be true almost, you know, is that because PlayStation fanboys are as stupid as they are, same with Xbox, where they're trying to one-up the other guy, they're sitting in the lobby and not playing the game. So you're having these people that are not kicked for inactivity, and they're doing this to bring up the numbers, because right now it's concurrence or beating, you know, Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto, all the games basically besides CSGO on Steam right now. And, you know, 450k people are not playing it, you know. I mean, as much as it's an odd thing to use as a type of gauge, but I do actually use Twitch as, you know, how many people are streaming. Obviously, a lot of people just play games, but trust me, just people watching a game and how many people are streaming it is a good indication
Banishing,
these days
of course, is
how
famously
big
safe.
a game is. So going to pick it up myself, absolutely, yeah, but it's going to take a while to get it ironed out. And then, like, they're that stupid where they're staying in lobbies, and you can they even admit to doing it, you know. A lot of them have admitted to doing it. It sounds ridiculous, just sitting in a lobby, sitting in a game, and it's not allowing other people to get in. It's so bad that others have called them out and it's like, please let all our friends get in and liberate, was it like our show democracy or whatever. I don't know what the theme for it. It was a game I was going to pick up, but I spent so much time away helping out my dad and my mom just fix things that fucking just didn't really have time to play half the games I wanted to. So it is what it is. I've had to kind of, there's a couple like Suicide Squad's another one's just going on the back burner, sadly. But I'll get around to playing them one day. It's all good. Now it's like Operation remodel the bathroom, which is a shit show because they don't have a working shower. So they're fucking coming into mine for shower and bathrooms and stuff, and it's like, oh my god. But it's all good.
Over here, Banishers.
It's
By the pool.
literally the least I can do. Alright, maybe she shows us a fast travel. This is cool. That whole witch thing, if there was a turtle involved, then I really would call it. This game's awesome, but it's very much like God of War. Very much. For good and for bad. And for different.
Ceridian gave us a tuning
Still waiting
key.
for Spider-Man 2 to go on sale.
Now I know how you pull
Yeah.
your little disappearing
Shouldn't be
trick.
too much longer.
It's no trick. It's what we do to survive.
The
Too many
Outlaws,
bastards
yeah.
out there want us dead.
Star Wars Outlaws will
We
probably
saw
be September.
On
I
the
had
other side
initially
of the
heard
map,
May,
there was a
but
void breach.
they pushed things back.
Yes,
Assassin's
You'll be
Creed,
using
it
them
won't be
too.
till next year either.
but not this one.
Ghost of
Not yet.
Tsushima will probably be next
There's
year
another
too.
one, a little ways
Ghost
off,
of Tsushima
in
too.
the back of a cave. Use that one for now. This one is special. It's the last and only way into New Eden Town since
Nice.
the bridge burned down.
We could go back to New Eden right now?
We're not ready, are we?
Why would you want to do that?
Killed.
The nightmare is strong.
Alright.
She has New Eden by the proverbials.
Maybe you get a secret ending or
Loosen
something.
her grasp, and maybe, just maybe, you can walk through that breach and live.
Okay.
All right. We get it.
You have your tuning key. Hold on to it for dear life.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Star Wars Outlaws should be
Once through the breach,
fantastic. It's
there's no turning
close
back.
to being done
Keep going and don't
because
look
we'd
back.
seen so much gameplay. But it kind of came out of left field, huh? Which is great. I like that. More surprises, please.
We found a cursed object.
An object? What object?
Any help of us?
A chest. Locked and evidently cursed.
A curse could mean different things, depending.
And
What
pizza
do
for
you think
breakfast
it could-
hits the spot.
We found it in the wilderness. I
True.
think maybe someone bound a spirit to it
I'm
for
I'm
protection.
even partial to a bit of cold
Ah.
pizza.
I do believe you found a chest belonging to Fear God.
Question is, what's your favorite type of pizza? Not even toppings, because everyone talks about toppings all the time. Oh, Hawaiian or this. You're like, why do you even call it Hawaiian? I don't think even people in Hawaii like pineapple pizza. But anyway, yeah. What's your favorite? Do you like that deep dish? You know, just a mouthful of dough. Do you like the stone bake where it's kind of quite hard but
How do we
thin,
get it open?
crusty? Do you
Why
like
would you want
stuffed
to open
crust? How you like it?
Demonology, and I'm not one for
Is
stepping in no
New York
demonology.
pizza the best pizza
Even if
in the
old Fear
world?
God wasn't the worst.
Or does it hold a
But from what
candle
he's
to
told me,
traditional
Fear God
Italian?
Waterbury, the man, not his ghost,
Or is Chicago?
kept a
Are,
ritual of
are you
unbinding in
a
his
deep dish
breviary.
person?
Do you
It's a
have this
hot
breviary?
topic. Has anyone tried
No,
these
but I
pizza
know you can
cones?
find it.
Cone is made
He
out
spent
of
his
dough.
last years in
Like,
seclusion.
pour
deep in
all
the
the
dark woods.
the
Go
fucking
northeast from the Hunter's
mozzarella
Camp.
and the
Keep to the
margarita
east
and
side of the
everything in
trail
there,
until you can turn south. You should come
and
to a
then
clearing.
top it with a mad
He had
bit
a
of
hut there.
cheese
You forget
in your
things
toppings.
sometimes, so
It's
here.
pizza cone. Is that
I'll write it
ridiculous?
down
Is that
for you.
blasphemous? I know. In fairness, like some people, are you a person that gets that slice and you fold it over, or you just keep it that way?
We'll be going. Hope to talk
We don't
again
really
soon.
sell pizza by the
Yes.
slice over here. I wish
I
they
do
would
so
though, like
enjoy
$1
our
for a
little chats
slice.
across the hem.
That'd be banging.
Let me get this right. We are looking for a breviary belonging to a demonologist
Bravery.
that Seeker met after his death.
Things are getting
Oh,
weird
yes.
now. So these are
In
fast
order
travels.
to learn how to cleanse
Is
malignant
this like
spirits bound to
obsidian or
cursed
something?
objects.
Remember Balthazar H. Frenhofer's teaching.
Huh?
Efficient, adaptive, versatile.
Balthazar. Red in the crate. Alright, this will open up mad amounts of the game. Enter the void. The void. Let's have a look. See, there's been a lot of stuff with the witch and everything. Kind of caught off guard. The swamp witch. To reach onto his body, they need to diminish the Give him a tuning key used to open void bridges and travel quickly across the world. Nice. Alright. Let's have a look at what this entails. It seems to be pretty fast. The void. Can the tuning key do anything else? I was kind of hoping. There's definitely room for a couple of more big bosses for sure.
Is this Seeker's Cave?
Only one way to find out.
None, no pizza, right? Poor bastard. Would you eat a fake cheese? Would you bother with that? Would you eat fake cheese? Sardine prepared everything you need for the ritual. Take them next time. Get your own damn ingredients. Wow. You get a new ritual? Oh yeah, look at this void traveling. So that means there's probably going to be another one here where my head's blocked. Alright, cool. I don't have a whole lot of time tonight, so I'm just gonna leave it. I know that's kind of a bit mean. Oh, look at this fucking altar sitting right here. Oh, is it? Can we get that? That's usually what the altar looks like. Oh no, maybe it's got to do with this. Like, do you notice half of them are lit up, except for that one? But yeah. Busy day, didn't get to... Oh. Whoa, Nelly. Please don't do that.